Alright, getting started here. First things first, since I've been obsessively playing it. Famous line from that game. I'd be surprised if you're not familiar with it. It's a well known, very famous, very well known, very beloved game. You know the one, The Outer World. Let's see if I can get these cams working. Okay, not sure why that's doing what it's doing. GridFam's behaving really weird right now. But should all work out if I can get this going. Let's see. That's working right. Okay. Just gotta figure out. Yeah, there's one. I only need one of these things to actually show. And I can get it all figured out. We've rearranged a little bit on where all our GridFam locations are, so I've just got to recapture the window, get it nice and set up and looking shiny. Nope, don't. Boink, there's our DM. Ta-da! He was hiding there the whole time. Get those out to the edge of the box, making sure it looks nice and pretty. Or at least do my best. And George will not be here tonight. And Traveler's running a little late. But guess what? I came prepared for that shit. Bam, absent. And bam, late. See, I'm a fucking professional. Go ahead and unmute GridFam and everything. Oh, I still gotta fix my stupid camera. If you can't tell by my swagalicious background, Larry, I bought the DLC for Outer Worlds and got re-addicted to it. Beat it when it came out, but I haven't played it again since then.
At some point, I'm going to circle back around and play that DLC.
Very worth it.
I really can't pull myself away from Tarkov.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I feel that. When I got Inscription, I played nothing but that for like 3 days straight.
Yep. I've gotten to the point where especially like the last 2 streams, I've just been like annihilating people. And now that things are going well, I'm even more addicted to it.
Yeah, you were fucking dominating when I raided in the other night.
I had the exact same type of stream the next day. It was awesome.
Nice.
Really like machines that look they should be non-functional yet still work fine. Yeah, I very much enjoy a good, fun surprise mechanic. All right, folks. We're back again. We've gotten some name tags up now, so you can see who's who, just in case it ever has gotten confusing in the past. And I'm certain that it has, because I am bad at keeping up with names. And I can only imagine, if you don't even know what they look like, how little you might know what I'm saying. Thank you, Zen Kaiser. Now I know to move that up as well. This shit is so loud. What's your best? Oh, that's our quote of the day again. Well, I'm not going to finish my question of the day. That's going to be our same question of the day this week. Or today, because it's too late.
Question of the day week.
Yeah, Street Elements. No dad jokes for you. All right. So,
response message.
You two, where did we leave off last time?
The desert.
In the desert, correct. I have affectionately named our location the Infinite Wastes because we're stuck in sort of a void. Elite Sniper got an ad. Elite Sniper. There's nothing we can do about it. Well, there is, but I've turned it to the lowest it can go. Yes, you found yourselves in the desert, and you folks what was the last fight we did? Was it the small one where you folks fought the 3 like people with all the maggots on them?
What it was?
I remember this.
Minotaur. It was a Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
I summoned a bunch of steam methods and we just shat on the Minotaur.
Yeah.
You did do that. That one led into an oasis and you folks got a long rest. But I remember messaging the group saying that there was no long rest at the end of that. I think you guys, after you fought the Minotaur, you long rested at the oasis and you decided to do another encounter. And we
got in a small fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a basic fight.
It was our random table roll.
Yeah, no one's really. Yeah, you weren't able to recover after that most recent fight, so hopefully no one full rested after that long. No one really like got super injured, but interesting. Boss music from Inscription is very nice.
All I lost was a small amount of spell slots.
I have heard of Inscription. I do want to check it out. Let me turn this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Off. There we go. That might make my encoding a little bit better. I will check that out, Ms. Liz. Thank you for the recommendation. Yes, so we
current
found
favorite game.
Infinite Waste. Inscription does look good. I've seen some people play it, but I have yet to really be able to try it out myself.
Fair.
We're in the desert, and I need to pull up our table so that we can continue. So we're gonna say in story. We're all 4 still here. I'm not going to do the same thing. I pretty much will do my best to never fall into the trap again of killing the party while there's a member of the party there who's not there. You know what I mean? I'll pretty much sway away from that after that went so fucking bad the first time I tried it. But
now Carl will never die.
Yeah, I guess now Carlifer will never die. But in doing so, you know, I still will pull some fun bits here. Since it's just weird. Names need shifting. Are they better now? Pickle Nick, what's up? Also watched Encanto for the first time. I have yet to see Encanto. I've heard it's really good, though. It looks fantastic.
Encanto these nuts.
Fired.
Cool.
I'm on
Sorry, I
one the
just
last
needed to
couple
shift the
days.
screen around a second. Thank you again for stopping by Pickle Nick last night. That was an incredible raid. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so we find ourselves in the Infinite Waste. You folks have bashed back some, now back in full screen, but small side names were yeah. I don't know why I did that. You find yourselves basically like standing over the corpse of these three. They're humanoid, but they've been affected by the fuck. I never remember where the traveler is from. What's that place called? The Shadowfell. They've been so affected by the Shadowfell that like it's almost like skin and bones, really. Their arms are much longer, their legs are like long and spindly, their chest is sort of eaten out because it's filled with all these little worms that also, after you killed them, they seem to like die off almost instantly.
Cute, adorable.
But there isn't like a great place to sit and rest. You know, even I would even say like short rest would be difficult here, just because the like comfortability factor would not be ideal. And so you folks decide to head back off into the sandstorm. I was gonna plan on rolling new initiatives this time. I don't remember who rolled last time. We'll just start. Lily, why don't you make me a D20 roll for Into the Wastes? Just a D20. When you kill them, they
16.
die. Very cool. They did die. Yeah, 16.
They're
said.
dead, but when we kill them, they die.
Yeah. Oh man. So you folks take off, or you know, you're all tied together by this rope. You're fucking A, man. I need to bring this over here. There we go. You're all tied together by this that rope still, not really able to separate too far from one another. And you trek off into the sand again. So we're still looking for like really just any way through these infinite wastes to the castle that we really know is at the center. We know that like this like spiraling sandstorm is surrounding the illusionist's castle, and the diviner's castle. And
I was about to say that's not right.
Yeah, no. The diviner's castle, and and you folks have just not been able to make it quite through yet. So you trek back off into the storm. You notice, however, this time that as you trek into the storm, it does the same sort of bits that it did last night. My mic is peaking randomly. Huh. Okay.
No more than usual.
But is it peaky? Is it always peaky?
Yeah, it's been pretty consistently peaky forever. We've brought it
Okay.
up a couple times. It just kind of it's not constant. It just like
It's a strange thing.
every once in a while you just suddenly get really loud and like blasty, and then it corrects itself. It just
It's only
has-
ever for about a word or two.
yeah. It's never been a big enough issue that it's caused problems, but we've mentioned it once or twice.
Huh. Okay.
-3. That's not how that works.
That isn't how that works, Taupe, but you can give it to Tasty. Okay, all right. You folks, just let's pause for a second and see what the things do. We're already gonna be wrecked in this one. All right, I will make more note of that than I guess I did in the past and do something about that in the future.
I'll mark my
I
disadvantage
don't
for my next roll.
quite know what to do about that, but I'll think on that. I appreciate the feedback. Okay, well, we got some stuff here. Is Tasty in Kharkov? Yeah, Tasty
Yeah,
exists
I'm on
in
the
Tarkov.
pier. I'm on the
He's on the
pier.
pier.
I haven't been able to escape.
Lily, where do you find yourself today?
Oh, I'm at crap. What is that colony called? I'm in Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds. That's what
Edgewater.
it was reminding me.
I'm
of.
outside of Edgewater.
That's what it was
How
reminding
is it
me
there?
of.
Does it suck?
Oh yeah, they have no
Too.
power now because I took it away.
We haven't.
I
had
turned
power
off their
in years.
electricity. They didn't need it. They were just making
Oh, you
fish.
tore open space. Okay.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all good.
So you trek back off. As you folks are tied together, I'm just gonna, for like sake of ease, say that you two are tied together in the front, followed by, I guess, Traveler and then George.
Never
The
heard of him.
sand seems more ferocious than it has. It just you feel that you're going the right way because you like the storm is getting progressively more and more ferocious. And at some point you feel a tug behind you. I'm gonna say Carla. I'm gonna say that Lily's in front since Lily did the roll and is leading. You feel a tug behind you briefly, and you reach back at the rope, but it comes up empty, and you reach kind of back through the sand behind you, and for a moment you think that you like touch on the Traveler, but as you try to grab, you grab nothing. Like your hand grabs just like a handful of sand, and you bring it back, and you have lost the two behind you in this storm, and you folks are tied together, unable to properly
Well,
really
that wasn't worth doing then.
communicate at the moment, and you kind of nudge forward, and Lily continues on, and you folks come out of the you come out of the edge of the sandstorm, and you find yourselves in a large sort of clear-ish dome, like clear of sandstormed dome. I need to make sure I keep my eyes on the screen so I know if Gabe comes to join. And this inside this dome, you have probably about 50 feet of space, of like, before the next wall of sandstorm, and the center, or like this space is filled with various ruins. Like you see the remnants of like stone columns and arches that have since fallen into rubble. You might have like half of one pillar still remaining. They've fallen into rubble long ago. We're talking like ruinous ruins. There are still some walls standing, right? Like it's not like a direct line of sight through the ruins, but it seems as if it was once a temple, it no longer really is a temple. It's just sort of, the ruins of an old temple. And you folks wait, I guess, a few moments, only to realize that, at least as of the moment, you two have found yourselves alone.
Well, we're not totally alone, because there is also the Displacer Beast and Yilvik.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yes.
It's me and the fucking band over here.
Oh my god, there's still 6 of the 8 members of the party that I
Do
wasn't
we
able to get
even
rid
notice
of.
that they're gone?
Yeah, for real.
Carlifer goes, "Hey, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute."
How many of us were there to begin with?
Your
I
party
can
is huge.
not sure how to count past 5.
Two more.
That's 1, 2, 3.
2 more, I think.
So yes, you folks are currently, you found yourselves alone, and what? How would you like to take on this new bubble?
It's just the Parasite episode of Rick and Morty. I seem to remember there being a lot of controversy around that number.
I would like to make a. I'm gonna make an investigation check. I'm gonna look and see if there were like any trap doors or anything secretive about this temple, maybe that I could figure out.
Yeah, so
maybe
you're probably about 10 feet off from the edge of these ruins. You got like, you can see like above and beyond that the sandstorm, that you're in this bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like there's still walls, there's still like a structure to this old, what used to be building. The roof has long since
I
gone.
have disadvantage. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Oh yeah, you do have disadvantage.
Still a 17. Huge.
Still a 17. This is investigation, or is this perception?
Investigation, please.
So for investigation, you creep up to the edge of the edge of the ruins and sort of peek your head around the first wall. And You don't necessarily see anything right away. You see, maybe the remnants of an old hallway that's half torn down. There's a lot more of like what you see through the walls that are torn down and still standing is this place was maybe at one time pretty large and pretty not necessarily maze-like. Like they didn't, of course, build it with confusion in mind, but there's a lot to it. The layout would have been pretty intense. And what's remaining now is it leaves you able to like easily walk through it without like getting lost in the what is made maze of this place. But from your angle, at least on the outside, you're unable to like really, get much more about what's going on inside there.
It seems safe to me.
Charge.
Give me some
Sounds
perception
good.
checks.
Classic Carlifer. We've got a grand total of 7.
12 passive.
I think my passive is 11.
You folks hear a noise makes your stomachs drop. A deep roar coming from above. I mean, as high as you can see. It's a bubble of sandstorm, so there's sand still just like whipping above you, but coming above the din of that, like the sandstorm that's like always around you, you can still hear this like deep roar, and it sounds not exactly like on top of you, but it sounds closer than you would like for that depth of roar.
Can I do another perception check for the roar?
Yeah, let's make an
The
investigation.
roar source.
Let's make an investigation. Dungeons in Dakota, what's up, Dakota? I just hit go. Okay, Gabe is in here now.
7.
7.
I start roaring also.
It's really hard. You folks are in the din of the sandstorm in general. Just to like communicate, you kind of have to speak up. You kind of have to like low shout already. So it's hard to place where this is coming from. Gabe, are you able to hear us? We are unable to hear you if you are able to hear us, just so you're aware.
And if neither of us can hear each other, then why am I talking?
Exactly.
Stop not listening to me, Gabe.
We're looking forward to having you. We're nearing some in-game stuff here. We're like surrounding the final dungeon, trying to make our way in. So it's exciting to have you.
I'm gonna kick the enchanter's ass.
He's gonna if we can make it there. Yeah, so yes, you find you hear this roar, unable to sort of pinpoint it, but it's closer than you'd like.
That's coming from somewhere, and it sucks.
With that ease of perception, you are able to say that like your best hiding spots is trying to find a hiding spot in these ruins or diving back into the sandstorm and pressing your luck.
Does it? Okay, Rael wants to look at the shape of the bubble.
Okay.
And determine if it looks like the center of the bubble is above ground. Or like where the exact center of this bubble is. Because Rael's first thought is like, okay, it's a bubble of sandstorm immunity. Maybe at the middle of it is crystal. Because that's the effect of the crystal.
Okay. Give me a investigation, perception check.
I'm gonna make a stealth check, and I'll explain my stealth check.
Terrible perception. 18.
18. Okay.
That's a great perception.
It's a really good roll, not good perception.
You scope out. So, from what you're able to see, you folks are still kind of on the edge of this bubble, pressed kind of up against these ruins. And in the bubbles you've seen, they aren't the center. Like they all seem to be spherical in nature, at least from the bubble above ground. But it seems as if whatever center it would have is definitely buried beneath the ground. In this case, it's probably buried like a good 5 feet beneath the ground. You imagine that the center of this bubble would kind of hold it about 5 feet underneath the ground. But you guys are still probably about 30 feet off from the center, like where like if you were to move 30 feet in, you would have to go 5 feet directly down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're still about 30 feet off from that center line, which is seemingly directly kind of in towards the center of these ruins.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So while Rael is trying to figure that situation out, I'm gonna go ahead and make a stealth roll, and really quick, I'm gonna explain what I'm doing. So Yilvik is gonna lie down and dig a small divot in the sand.
Okay.
Karlifer is gonna lie down onto Yilvik, back first, and then the displacer beast is gonna place itself on top of Karlifer, and then sort of dig down into the ground a little bit, and then camouflage so it looks like it's sand all the way down, baby.
Okay, tell me that one more time.
Okay, it's a little sandwich we're creating. So it's a little divot, it's a little ditch in the sand dug by Yilvik. Okay, Yilvik is lying down in the sand. Karlifer is gonna lie down on top of Yilvik, and then the displacer beast is going to sort of set itself on top of Karlifer, dig into the sand a little bit, and then go camouflage, because then it is sand all the way down.
Like some sort of fucked up displacer beast? Or like some sort of sorry, not displacer beast.
Oreo.
Like some sort of fucked up mass grave? That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, except I'm hiding. I'm basically doing the thing that they do in Dune where they bury themselves. Except I'm not fully burying myself. I'm using the camouflage. I'm basically using the displacer beast as a invisibility cloak from Harry Potter.
Lawrence, are you able to turn up your audio output by like maybe 10%?
Oh.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try refreshing because Gabe said he can't see us either.
Oh, okay. I will attempt to refresh as well.
Yeah, let's all refresh.
Oh my gosh, for some reason the host isn't here. What a prick. Just ditching out in the middle of his own stream? Pfft. What a jerk.
I've instead brought my microphone 10% closer to me, and so maybe.
I like to imagine you measured it.
Yes, we can see you now. That was the best way for your face to pop up.
Hello, it's me. I've
Oh.
traveled so far.
Can you guys see Gabe? I can't see Gabe. I just see a name tag.
I can see Gabe.
Well, fuck. I want to see Gabe. This isn't fair. So you come here often?
Elf message camouflage.
Can you see
message
us
has
all,
ever
Ellie?
been.
He's still just a label for me.
Gabe, talk. You didn't hear him?
No?
Huh.
Gabe, try refreshing one more time.
Specifically, GridFam doesn't want us to hang out.
Yes,
Do you have...
can see us all, but the players are having trouble seeing and hearing each other, so we're trying to get that up and running.
You know, in order to use this, I did have to sign into Twitter. Gabe, have you blocked me on Twitter?
Can you see him now?
I can
Nope.
see Gabe.
I still can't see Gabe. What the fuck is up with this?
Can Gabe see me?
I'm gonna clear caching cookies.
Yeah, try like closing out fully of that, whatever that internet tab is, clearing those cache and cookies and coming back in one more time. Gabe is a little quiet.
An 18 plus 2, so that's fine.
Can you see Gabe's audio only screen? Lou?
Yes, I see it says audio only.
Gabe, talk for us. No, I can't hear him at all anymore. Okay. Well, we'll continue on as we wait to see how Gabe's refreshes go. He was doing a little stutter lag, so you might be trying to fix that. Anyway, what was your stealth roll for hiding in that pit?
20 non-natural.
Okay, yeah, you don't need advantage. You're fine.
It's a perfect
these-
stealth technique, like I said.
Is easily camouflaging over the top of you. In fact, I would say that Lily, who has been probably looking up, or Rael has been like
That's
looking
exactly
up at the
what I
bubble,
wanted.
kind of looks back, and I think Rael, you can see that there's a ditch there. You can see that there's this probably like 4-foot deep ditch on the outside of this ruin now, but like you don't see Carlifer, you don't see any of the Carlifer crew anymore. You can give me a perception check to see if you like do kind of spot them, but I mean you spot the ditch. So hey, there's a Gabe.
15 because it's a perception check on my known territory.
Lily, can you see or hear Gabe yet?
I don't hear anything. And he's just showing up as a name tag again. What the fuck?
To see you. I don't know why.
What the fuck?
Okay, let me think on my feet real quick. The thought might be to use the Shifts Discord thing, and then we can capture video to that source, and it should still be up in this square.
We could just jump to Discord for audio and just mute in the Grid Fam, and that's still got our cameras. You're still good for streaming.
That's fantastic.
I just don't get Gabe's face, which you know.
It is, you know,
Go to
it
the
It
stream,
sucks.
You can get Gabe's face from the stream.
So
Yeah,
we can go into gaming together to chat. I'm going to mute myself in this, and we will continue to edit next time. At least we can see all the faces on my stream. So if you folks can, just go into the Discord chat channel, and I'm going to mute myself in here.
Hello?
I can't wait to
no,
have
we-
a desk that I can mount
Grid
things to
Fam
tokens.
as video. So if you could keep this up, just mute yourself and go into the Discord like chat channel to chat, so that we can hear each other. This is just so that the stream sees all of our fun cameras. Grid Fam's terrible optimization. Honestly, I think that's going to be my next play, Dakota. I do. Grid Fam has been doing us dirty for a couple weeks now. At least doing me specifically dirty.
Grid, damn.
Ha! Got him.
It really does. But it works way better now. That's great. Can you hear us, Gabe?
Gabe is muted on Discord.
He is. Gabe, in Discord, you'll have to change your microphone setting to whatever mic you're using. We're so close. We're so fucking close. And then next time, I think we should, again, come together a little early, Lily, and try to find a way to get it optimized for Discord.
Yep, sounds good.
We lost Gabe's camera, and that's more than fine if we did. I won't even struggle with it as long as we can hear each other. How do I unmute him? Unmute. Oh, Gabe, can you hear us? No, I had you clicked.
Also, the cameras on your stream seem to be down.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
Because Grid Fam is literally the devil.
Grid Fam is. I have to literally have the page up for it to capture the cameras for my stream.
There's gotta be, like, a good paid software for this that's, like, cheap enough. Some kind of $20 just voice chat, you get a lifetime license. That has to
Yeah.
fucking exist.
Gabe, can you hear me? It's called Discord. Yeah, I know. Y'all blink in black and stream. I know. I'm doing my very best to keep this up. I'll leave our. So it will be kind of fucked up, but you should be able to see at least our faces for now. Gabe, can you hear us on Discord? I see you're not muted anymore. We can't hear you if you're talking. Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear us? Talk. Why is this so difficult today?
What am I fucking hearing?
I hear you. I hear Gabe.
Gabe is hearing it in chipmunk voice, though.
Yeah, and I hear it coming out of Gabe's speakers in Chipmunk's voice.
Yeah. Leave and come
Yeah.
back, Gabe.
I don't even know what you said.
Leave
I'm
and
just gonna
come
turn the
back.
audio all the way down on this. I can't hear
Leave
that at all anymore.
and come back. You gotta counteract the Chipmunk voice, you see.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Leave the Discord and return to the
7
Discord.
times the charm.
Bye,
No,
Gabe.
wait, not this. The Discord, Jabe. No.
Yeah, why leave there? Don't worry, I figured out a brilliant solution to me not being able to see Gabe. I get to see Gabe 30 seconds in the past by capturing just Gabe's face from your stream.
That's even better.
It's so much worse.
Gabe, leave the Discord and return to the Discord. Can you hear us now? Fine.
Well, now I don't hear.
Do you hear
ML
me?
From the,
Hello?
From the Grid Fam.
Wait.
Good,
I hear-
good. No, you shouldn't hear
I
from
hear
the Grid
everyone
Fan.
in the Discord.
We're all
Okay.
muted in Grid Fan.
So you can hear us all though.
Wait, I'm not supposed to hear M in the Grid Fam?
No, in Discord.
Wherever
We're all-
you can hear
I'm
us all,
muted
it
in
honestly
Discord.
doesn't matter. Can you hear me in Grid Fam?
Whatever. Discord works.
Yeah, we were just using Discord for audio and GridFam strictly for video at this point.
Hmm.
Can you hear me, Gabe? Fucking killing me, man.
Can you hear me,
Literally.
I'm glad
Gabe?
that,
Killing
yeah, I
me.
hear
Okay.
everybody except for
Except-
M.
Except
From
for
any
M.
device, and no one can see me. It looks like.
Em, do you want me to
We
just
can
repeat
see you.
everything that you say? to
Everybody,
Gabe?
I'm the only one who can't see you, and I'm using M's stream for that.
Hear me now?
Good.
Wait, can people see me on Grid Fam?
Yeah.
Everyone but
Oh, okay,
me.
neat. Well, then I don't care. I can't see
Absurd.
myself.
This is
Only I'm
absurd.
What happened to GridFam? Did someone nuke their servers today?
I can't see you either. If that's Oh shoot.
We just need people to be heard.
No.
Can you hear me, Gabe?
I think Gabe has you muted somehow on
I may
Discord
have done
because
that. Let me see
he's
if I can-
because you're
I'm
not
not
muted for
muted.
us, but Gabe mentioned that you were muted, so I think Gabe muted you on Discord.
That would make sense
That
because
makes
a lot of
sense.
the time you're in the same room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Did
And
you
we
mute?
act-
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hey.
Which makes sense because we actively did D&D through Discord last time,
Yeah.
so you would have had to mute.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Beautiful.
Even
That's
if we
fine.
can't see each other, we can hear each other. That's what matters. The stream is catching what it catches, and hopefully they can hear everyone.
Everyone's visible-ish.
We nailed it. That's it. Okay, so Gabe,
Carlifer's invisible. You can't see him.
the thing you've missed, Gabe, which we'll do a quick cut back because you wouldn't know
died.
where they're at anyway. We roped back up. You have folks had, you took out the Minotaur in the temple. You rested at the Oasis. You went back out into the sandstorm. You fought the Lost, those long, spindly humanoids that you remember from the Shadowfell. And then the team roped back up and headed back out into the Infinite Wastes because you guys were in a small bubble, unable to properly rest anyway. And the sandstorm has been getting increasingly more and more violent as you've been going. And during this time, it was Lily in front, followed by Carlifer crew, followed by Traveler, followed by George. And you basically can barely see the outline of Lily right in front of you, of Rael right in front of you. And you see the shape come through. It looks like the size of a fist. And it hits just right through the rope and continues in the thing. You can easily get like an idea that it was probably like a heavy stone or something being kicked around by the sandstorm. It just struck the rope and went clear through the rope. And
What a
almost
convenient narrative device.
well, yeah, I needed it because you weren't here. Almost instantly, you've lost track of the folks in front of you. And I'm going to say that probably like you might have gotten pelted by some stones as well. And when you reach behind you, you've also lost track of George. You have found yourself basically stranded in this sandstorm.
Solo traveler adventure.
and
Let's
in
do
it too. So, how would you like to progress first, Traveler? They've already progressed, I would say, a few turns past this.
Can I see anything?
No,
And-
just like sand. Every now and then you see like a shape kind of move through, but it's nothing like huge. It's like, you know, rocks and different debris kind of being whipped up by the shit sandstorm. But you can't like. You got no kind of sense of your surroundings. It's almost pitch black because of how much like sand is whipping around you.
We're gonna start with a survival check. That's a 19.
Okay. So
Just I want to find the people that I lost in this sandstorm,
yeah.
or
You
at least
quickly get your
not die.
sense. You quickly get your sense about you enough to not like. In the moment in which you reach behind you to check on George, you didn't like physically turn your body. I think you rooted yourself in your survival skills enough to keep your body facing the same way. Because you don't have any sense of your surroundings. If you turn, you don't know how far you've turned even. And Tote Bear gave some divine intervention. Okay. I've introduced like channel point redemptions to like fuck with our D&D game in several ways.
Nice.
What was that one?
Get
What-
us all
what me-
killed. Get us all killed.
This is a divine. This is a positive divine intervention. I guess it's not always positive, but it is divine intervention in a situation. And in this case, Gabe, you've known to root yourself in your place. You know what direction you folks were heading. While you've lost track of your folks, you kind of you begin to head forward because that is the direction that they would head if lost in the sandstorm, as well as forward to the next bit to get your surroundings again. And there is there's a brief moment where your eyesight, while already kind of like, I'm going to say like browned out, goes this like black and purple. And you kind of recognize that from like the deep, dark depth parts of the sky in the Shadowfell. Like the furthest reaches was this like hue of like black and purple. And it kind of crosses over your eyes for a second. And you've been seeing it throughout this sandstorm. You get a quick flash of a shape, sends like chills kind of through your bones. Being present in the Shadowfell for any period of time, you step in there once on a normal day, and you would see it off in the distance. You can always see this moving mass, this moving shape that everyone in the Shadowfell kind of reveres as a god. Every now and then it'll disappear for a few days, but it will return, and it is just like massive being on the horizon that never. No one that you know or have heard of has ever like gone to it or
What do we
seeked
call
it
it?
out. You call it the Found. And everyone uses it as a horror story in the way of you don't want to be found. If you are lost, if you have become lost, if you have become
So wait,
some of
the
the
lost
lonely-
are a bad thing, but the found is also a bad thing.
if you have become lost, or there's another even form of that you would know of called the lonely. If you've become
Double
lost or the
lost.
lonely, like out in the Shadowfell, it is in some part due to this entity called the Found. When it finds you alone and finds you out there, it's kind of similar to like the way that like you would that we would know of, like Cthulhu kind of fucking with humans' brains, of like giving them
no. Okay.
horrible things to see or horrible things to experience, and only to put them back in their conditions to like see how they do, just to cause chaos. Is that kind of like situation? It's that kind of vibe. But for a brief moment, you get the shape in your like eyes of this shape. Good evening, M Trainer. Welcome on in. And your vision continues back to this brownout of the sand, but you see this ribbon of like deep, dark, purple energy. That, I mean, you've been seeing them whip about the sandstorm here and there, but this one kind of wiggles in front of you for a second and then jets off in a diagonal forward, like diagonal and kind of to the right.
That's where the found is going.
That's where this little jet of energy is going. Your vision is cleared. You like literally saw a vision.
I'm associating with the found now.
Yeah, yeah. This
basically?
little,
Okay.
yeah.
Then I want to go completely in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Okay. You jet off into the sandstorm in the complete opposite direction. And we're gonna pull ourselves back to our friends at the ruins. Lily, you've seen the ditch that Carlifer has dug and hidden himself in. I think that you might be able to put two and two together that Carlifer has hidden himself in this ditch. What would you like to do going forward into these ruinous area? Or would you like to try to crawl in the ditch with Carlifer?
I mean, I don't think Rael is in any particular rush to hide, because literally he served in a military where what they did professionally was hide under the sand for ambushes. So, like,
That's very true.
He's got that in the bag.
Yeah,
That's very
Carlifer's
true.
already got that part covered too. You can do something else.
Is there anything like what is my time frame before the danger is present? Do I have any time to quickly scout the ruins a bit, or should I just dive?
So the only presence of danger that you've experienced is this roar that is nearby, but it's still out in the sandstorm. You don't even have, like, because of how loud the sandstorm is around you, you don't even have like a proper distancing. Like if it was a clear day, you would be able to say it as a ranger, probably like, hey, X clicks in that direction, I could find it. Whereas in this case, like the way that the roar happened, it was like carried by the sandstorm around you. It felt like almost like the sandstorm itself was like this deep roar, although you know that probably isn't the case. And Traveler, you turn around to head in the other direction, and you hear a deep, deep bellow, like the deepest roar that you've probably ever faced yourself. And it is coming from above you, kind of around you. The sandstorm is carrying the sound. This is very loud, but the roar is even louder. And it is you've spun around to head in the opposite direction of this wisp of energy, but the roar is coming from the direct new direction you're heading in.
Well, I can't say I like that either, but it is better than Cthulhu.
True.
Cthulhu sucks. True Cthulhu.
True Cthulhu does suck. Let's see. Is the roar, is it like in the air? Is it like, does the ground vibrate? Like, is it underground like?
So I will say that it seems to come from above you. The whole, I mean, your whole environment is kind of vibrating because you're in the midst of a sandstorm, right? The ground is already shaking a bit. When this roar occurs, though, I think you feel certain that you feel an extra rumble beneath your feet. Like it's loud enough to cause more shaking down there. Not that it's coming from below you, but that
I think
it did more.
it's time for an insight check.
Okay.
17.
What do
17
you
to discern things about, like, I've traveled. Do I have?
You've
heard
heard
I don't know.
something similar. You've heard something. The thing it's reminding you of. You folks have fought some small baby dragons.
Okay, dragon roar. All right.
It's that kind of like cadence to the way that it springs out.
Cool.
Not a baby though, that's for sure.
No. definitely the traveler. I've traveled. He's traveled. That's why that's his name.
I have been known to
There
travel.
aren't many people that can say that they've traveled enough to drink a beverage named after themselves.
Traveler bed, traveler bed.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to continue to head in the direction of the roar?
Or what?
Cautiously.
Cautiously. So you move a little bit slower in that direction.
Stealthier, even.
Even. Okay, give me a stealth check. I'll even give you or advantage because you're in the midst of like total cover, basically. I've Carlifid.
That's 2 13s.
2 13s. Advantage didn't do shit.
Nope.
You crouch down and continue to move forward in towards in the direction of the din. The sandstorm is still just all around you. You have no fucking clue where you're at. Yes, sorry, I wanted to clear up the roar bit. You two hiding in the ruins. What do you do? You just gonna continue laying down, Carlifer?
Yeah, I'm just enjoying my time with my friends here.
Okay.
Mhm.
My mic cuts in and out sometimes. I have heard that, Elite Sniper. I have.
Tonight even.
Unfortunately, I do not know what to do about that at the moment. So I've taken that note, and after this stream, I will do my very best to fix that. It might come from the fact that we have several different sources trying to capture all my audio kind of at the same time. That's possible.
Yeah,
So,
it could
yes.
be if one of them's trying to be smart audio, then if like a stray mic picks up just enough sound, it could be automatically switching to it because it thinks that mic is going live.
Yeah, I need to go through a lot of the settings. We're going to be trying to use a new software next week. So if it gets like too bad, let me know. If it like straight up you can't keep up with anything, please let me know so that I can try to fix it now. But if not, by next week we should have a new software in place and new things going on. So, okay. I apologize. What were you asking, Lily?
I was asking something? Oh shit.
Give advantage to maybe yeah. All right, Lily wants to give advantage to Carlifer. Carlifer, on your next roll, you'll have advantage, so use it wisely.
That's cool.
So yeah, you two are in the ruins. You've heard this roar above your head, but it probably about 60 seconds ago, as Carlifer has dug himself into the sand. Give me perception checks, both of you. Carlifer with disadvantage. You're smothered.
Can I make the? I'll just have the
Displacer beast
make a perception.
Yeah,
check.
it can make a perception check and.
Oof.
+2 for a 15.
Lily.
12 passive.
The displacer beast, Carlifer, you feel the displacer beast tense up, like the muscles tense, and you feel like a low
Nice.
growl coming from the displacer beast. And I think below it, like you can see it because it's on top of you. I think that you can basically see it, and you can see it like looking off into the. Well, we've lost Gabe. Looking off into the ruins. Not up where the roar has come from, but more directly off into the ruins.
Okay.
Lily, you don't hear anything or see anything.
We're
But I
busy
guess you-
fighting in our trench coat.
Yeah, you may hear the low growl of the displacer beast from the ditch, but
You see, here's what I think we're gonna do. The displacer beast is gonna do that, and Carlifer's gonna reach one little hand, and he's gonna point. He's gonna reach one little hand out, in the direction of,
yeah.
and then just point towards where the displacer beast is looking.
So you see Carlifer's hand kind of spawn out of thin air in the ditch and point into the ruins.
Just like in the beginning of the Book of Boba Fett, except instead it just points.
It, although actually the visual you gave looks more like fucking Transformers, Michael Bay's Transformers. I just installed the disco ball, and the rear light shines off the disco ball. I really hope Shia Buff's proud of that one.
What do you want to? Do you want to do anything about Carlo for pointing? I think you get the sense that the Displacer Beast has sensed some form of danger coming from in the ruins.
Well, how exactly are you pointing again? Shomith? Charge. that looks like a go to Ryan.
Hell
Okay, Rael is your fighter. Is the fighter in the lead here?
Yeah, I'll definitely put Dolgren in charge if I'm running into anything dangerous.
Dolgren leads the pack and starts running into the ruins. Give me a perception check as you charge on in.
Good, Dolgren can actually perceive some things. No, 13. That's one above passive.
13. You do. You run in into the ruins, and you come around a wall, and about 5 feet from you is this the way that its skin is like tightened over its skeletal frame. It reminds you of the Lost, but its chest is a lot more big and bulbous, like unsymmetrically bulbous. Like one of its shoulders has grown to be like 4 times the size.
Yeah, it's got a giant eyeball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like all.
I
kind of
love Resident Evil 2.
Still humanoid shape. Let me pull up my page here because there's a little
We know
bit
what the
more of
weak
our
spot
fun
is now.
description. It's one of its its hands come down into, or its arms come down into like these large bulbous elbows, and then the elbow from like elbow down is this long spike. So they just have these 2 like long spikes at the end of their arms and legs.
Oh,
as well.
good. That's my kink.
Their neck comes out forward. Like it's like when everyone does that like fun like no neck fat face kind of thing that they do, you know, where they like try to pull their neck in and make its face is like
the soy
that.
jack.
Exactly, its face is like that, but like out on a neck, like it's pulled back into the neck a little bit, and then just like hollow eyes and mouth, and it's kind of leaking this nasty black liquid. But it's like 5 feet from you and like lumbering towards you.
Yeah, I got me a weapon with range. I'm attacking that thing the second I see it.
I mean, I would even say that like if you're doing like, oh no, you've got your halberd. Yeah, let's do this thing. And just for like purposes of like combat, this thing is called the Lonely.
All right. Does a 14 hit the lonely?
A 14 does not hit the Lonely.
Does a 16 hit the lonely?
A 16 does hit the Lonely.
And I'll bet a 22 does too.
Yeah, 22 definitely hits the Lonely.
That's 42 damage.
Guys, no doubt. 42 damage? You attack this thing. You hit it hard. And you cleave out. I'll say that you...
Wait, no, sorry. 38 damage.
38 damage.
The plus 4 doesn't get applied. That was... It rolled the crit for advantage, because Roll20s does that.
You hack pretty far into this thing's frame. A spurt of like hot black blood kind of comes pouring out of that wound. Kind of sprays on your face. It burns a little bit, not enough to like cause damage, but you can kind of feel it sizzling on your skin. Let's roll initiative. We can have Carlifer and the Traveler roll into this so that we can progress the whole story together.
16 for Carlifer.
Okay, Traveler.
21.
21, okay. And Rael.
9.
9 for Rael. That's great. You just went, so it makes sense that you're at the bottom of the order there. So we have Traveler. Okay. Traveler. You are sneaking through the sandstorm. The sandstorm begins to get lighter in front of you, as if you know you're coming into one of these bubbles that you've seen before. And you come out You come out into a rather large bubble. It's about 60 feet in diameter. And in front of you, you see the ruins of maybe an old temple. There is no roof, but there's like high kind of caved-in walls leading across this. You don't see anything else besides the ruins from upon immediately entering this section.
Okay. Well, I suppose I should have a look around, see if I see anything of particular interest.
Give me a perception check.
13.
13. With that 13, you're peeking around. You even peek up into the getting a sense for this dome around you, as well, and you see a very large shadow slip across the top of the dome, basically, and off into the sand. Like you get the presence of its shadow for a brief moment, as it's like, there's a shitload of sand kind of bubbling around you, but you get the presence of this massive shadow above you. It almost breaks into the bubble, but back off into the sandstorm with that 13.
So this is a thing flying over the sandstorm bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of something flying through sandstorm.
Sand dragon. That's the first evolution before sand sharks. We'll get there.
What would you like to do? Do you want to progress into the ruins?
Fuck.
You want to wait to see what the shadow does?
Well, the shadow doesn't
Do you
seem
see
to be.
Carlifer's hand?
Sure don't.
Mommy, sorry.
Well, the shadow looked like it wasn't coming into the bubble. Are the ruins in the bubble?
The ruins
Am I
are in the bubble. Yeah, you are in the bubble. You've stepped
Okay.
into the edge of this more safe place from the sandstorm. You're out of the sandstorm for sure, or into this bubble for sure.
Well, it looks
Yeah.
like the
We are
flying
also
thing is
level
not
8,
coming into the
Dakota.
bubble.
Maybe 7.
Level 7.
7.
Yeah,
Level
7.
7.
Gosh, don't get ahead of yourself.
I know. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's around this bubble. It hasn't entered the bubble at the moment, but
Well, I'm not going to wait around and be super visible just out in the open when it does, if it does. So, yeah, into the ruins I go, looking for somewhere with a roof.
Rael is 3 goblins in a trench coat. I can say that out loud now whenever things happen, and because I'm just so pumped about it. Rael is one character that is 3 goblins in a trench coat, and it's fucking hilarious.
And
I'm a
depending on the
necromancer who has
combinations,
2
they're
summons.
all different disguises.
Yeah, so we have Rael, it's like a ranger fighter and cleric, but it's kind of dependent on who's on top, is the health and the abilities as well. Carlifer is a homebrew necromancer who is how to become a lich in 60 days or less, or whatever the fuck his class is.
How to become a lich in 16 levels or less.
Yeah, for real. And then the traveler is just a well-traveled man.
I'm
Mhm.
still gunning for the at the end of this campaign, Carlifer's the actual final boss.
Yeah, we've got some fun post game stuff to do after our final dungeon, to really wrap up some stories, and then we're going off into space with our RPG
I'm like
after we go into
Sephiroth-
the ocean.
Bye.
I'm like Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm the actual final boss.
Exactly. Okay, so
Bold of you to talk like we're not all going to die here.
you go
Yes, for real.
You go forward into the ruins, traveler.
Yeah, I want
Alright.
to find somewhere with
Can
with a roof.
Yeah, I assume I'm
I don't
probably
wanna
gonna
be
sense
seen
this,
from
so
the
I'll
air.
probably be able to act upon this.
Traveler, you start walking off into the ruins.
Traveler,
the
you
big-
fucking die.
So imagine that this was one at max in its tallest portion, maybe 2 stories. It's a wider complex. If you saw the blueprints for it in its heyday, it would almost be maze-like inside. So there's a lot of walls going on. There's a lot of different rooms, but this was imagine the damage in a desert after 100 years. Like we're talking like super ruins. You're not really looking at like a domed roof over your head. At some point, you might find like the corner of a building maybe still standing. You know what I mean?
Is there
But
anywhere where if I stand there, I
yeah, I mean, I
might
think
not be seen from the sky?
you start inching your way in into the ruins, and you find some like I said, it's like the corners of rooms that some of them have like a small bit of ceiling left that you think that you could probably sit on the mound in this corner and be a little safer. But not there's no place in which all angles to the sky are like hidden. You know what I mean?
It's
I'll
kind
even
of
take
like if
some angles.
Yeah, that's fine. You find yourself into a corner and try to just sort of wait out, see if maybe you can gather some more information from these ruins.
I'm gonna think invisible thoughts.
The lonely in front of Rael gives out this. It's like a heart-wrenching kind of squeal. Like it makes you feel bad for this squeal that comes out of this thing. It feels like it's in pain, maybe. It doesn't move forward towards you, but it like lowers like its left shoulder and whips its right arm towards you, and at the end of the bulbous like elbow, it just detaches, and there's this like long spindle that connects it to the elbow, but it fires it off at you. And we'll see if I hit. I got my dice in front of me here. Does a 14 hit you, Rael?
no, it does not.
Okay, so you are able to deflect it, and it kind of like. I feel like there is a reference I could make, but it's not coming to my head. It just like kind of deflects off, and the tendril goes a little lazy as it flops to the ground.
Flop.
Okay, and that is. Oh, and then you must make a wisdom saving throw. You actually should have done that when it made its little moan, but Rael, if you give me a wisdom saving throw.
7.
7. Okay. So when it did its wail,
Dulgrin is not a wise man.
let me pull out my dice satchel here. Oh wait, that's the wrong ability I'm reading. Okay. There we go. Oh, I have it here. All right. Rael, you take 12 damage, like psychic damage from that whale. But block off the harpoon. And like you block it off, it hits the ground, and it slowly starts being like a fisherman is reeling in their reel. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
slowly going back towards the lonely. Next in the order is Carlifer. You find yourself in your ditch.
I see all of that happening, right?
No, Rael moved into the ruins and like around a few walls
I guess
before
that's
finding
true.
this
I
thing.
guess that's
I
true.
would say that you heard the whale, and in fact, Traveler, give me a perception check. So I have 24 waiting to be used. Good lord. Well, you can hit me with lifts. You can hit the D&D situation with a lot. I know that Divine Intervention and the Dragon has been used, and we're dealing with those situations now. But you can give advantage, you can give disadvantage, you can make things easier or harder. Hard mode has already been activated, so we're on hard mode right now. Yeah, that's true. I could be really hydrated. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, so I guess but I can see the traveler. Can I see the traveler from my ditch, or have I heard the traveler from my ditch?
No.
Well, then I'm gonna get out of my ditch. We all stand up from our ditch, and that's our
Mhm.
movement. And so we're
It's a
gonna
good-
say, "Hey,
Standing up is only half movement.
okay, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get on top of the displacer beast, and then the displacer beast is gonna move into the temple."
Alright, that's half my movement. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to lay down and then stand up a second time.
What I'm gonna say, so the displacer beast starts to move into the temple, and you come around a corner to see Rael stepping back and like defending to like maybe the right or whatever, and you see this like bony harpoon bounce off of Rael's thing, hit the ground, and start reeling back out of sight and beyond the wall.
You're gross.
And it is
Coming from
Rael's
Carlifer,
turn.
that's saying something.
That I can do, Crincrea. Great way to
Is-
spend the points.
He's still within 10 feet of me?
Yes, definitely. You folks are like in that combat 10-foot range.
14 doesn't hit, but a 17 and a 23 do.
So we'll say the way that this looks is you try to swipe your first swipe at the like tendril kind of reeling in to try to sever it, but you miss. It reels in a bit quicker as it sees you're doing that, and then you whip it and hit the body twice.
Would-
And how much damage did that do?
Would hitting the tendril be beneficial to me? Because my first attack is actually one of the ones that hit. My second one misses.
Okay,
By
I mean, we
rolling.
can call that beneficial to you. Let's roll that damage for that first attack. Let's see what you do.
That's 18.
18. Okay, yeah, I'll say that you sever that tendril.
Nice.
And then your first attack you plant, or your third attack or whatever, you plant into the core of the lonely. How much damage did that last attack do?
20.
20. Wow. All right. It roars. You get splashed with some more black blood.
Yeah, I'm thinking I swung, and then, like, after severing the thing, I came in for a second swing, but it dodged, and so I just got it with the tip.
Gouged it. I love that. All right, I love
Yeah.
that. All right, Traveler. What was your perception check?
8.
8. You find yourself where you find yourself. You're worried
You
about the
sure
shape
are.
ahead that you believe could be a dragon. But
Well-
you're in the ruins. You feel as if you could press yourself up against these walls and like be safe enough. You know what I mean? Like you could blend
not-
in with the surroundings well enough.
It's more. This is more of a precautionary type maneuver rather than like I'm afraid of dragon, because I'm still not sure that dragon is going to come in and bother me. But in case the dragon does, I'd want to be somewhere where he doesn't immediately see me. But keeping that in mind, I guess I'm just gonna go deeper into these ruins.
Give me a perception check.
20, dirty.
You start to trek off into the deeper into the ruins, keeping yourself close to walls. You peek around corners as you do, and you're not making like a straight shot across the bubble. You're like exploring the ruins, zigzagging in and out of these hallways. And by the end of your 30-foot movement, you peek around a corner, and you see the lonely that you may have seen them or heard of them in the Shadowfell. The worst version of the Lost, and you see it in combat with Rael. And Rael, give me a perception check.
Shall I perceive today? Yes, dirty 20.
You see, you're in combat. You strike the lonely, and your like focus shifts beyond it for a brief moment, and you see the traveler's head like peek around a corner, and like you guys make eye contact briefly.
Wink.
That was just your movement, though, traveler. Do you want to?
How far away am I from all this?
I'll say 30 feet, maybe even
there
20
any-
feet, because you like this whole bubble is only like 60 feet. You've been zigzagging.
Is that all of my movement?
Yeah, that was your movement.
Okay. I would like to find something to hide behind.
You're already kind of behind a wall. You just like kind of poked your head around the wall and spotted them.
Then
So
I'm
you're
going
already
to stay
prepared
right.
well enough. And...
I'm gonna stay right there, and I'll just I'll throw a radiant sunbolt. I'll actually throw 2 of them, 2 sunbolts.
Okay, yeah,
Awful
whip
creature.
around the corner. Let's see what you got.
Mm-hmm. And stay behind this wall. I don't
Yep.
want anything to do with being closer to it. 24 and 20.
Both hit. Strike it right in the back. I'll even actually roll twice more. I'll give you advantage on both of those. So we'll take 24 and 20 as your like attacks, but see if you roll 20s on either of the others just for posterity's sake.
Nope.
Okay, so 2 hits.
I did get a 23, but okay.
It has no idea
let's
that you're
see.
attacking it anyway.
That's the bonus. Cool. All right. How much radiant damage? 18.
18 radiant
Max
damage.
damage.
Oh wow! You blast it in the back, and it goes a couple steps forward towards Lily and gives out a roar. When it gives out this roar, I need Lily and the Traveler to make. Actually, I need everyone now to make wisdom saving throws.
Could Lily get an attack of opportunity since I sent it staggering towards Dungrin or whoever?
I'll give
Um,
Lily an attack of opportunity if you do that and make yourself known. Like if you make yourself known in the way of distracting it,
Nope, not
then
worth
I
it.
then I will
Yeah.
give Lily that attack of opportunity.
Plus-
Nope.
since it's already within my reach, technically it's not moving into my attack range, you know?
Right? Yeah. It was you
An
guys were
attack-
already.
An attack of opportunity. I guess that's invoking rules that don't really apply. I just sort of meant that I hit it unexpectedly and sort of pushed it at someone
Yeah, no,
wielding
no.
Yeah, I
a
getcha.
nasty ass weapon.
I totally agree. That I just
but I'm absolutely not.
I give
making
you a
myself
choice.
known.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
Not-
Okay. Yeah, so as you hit it without it lets out this very loud roar, and I need everyone to make those wisdom saving throws.
7.
5.
Woo!
Wow. All right. Everyone takes 9 psychic damage as you feel your brain vibrate.
Ooh.
And you severed one of its harpoon arms, Lily, and it spins a moment, rolling its shoulders back, and then it begins to sway a little bit faster, and it fires off its second harpoon arm at you. Does a 16 hit Dolgrin?
No, it does not. He has a
Does not.
17 AC.
Dolgrin again defends, but this time it's almost like a rubber band. It bounces and doesn't go slack at all, and it snaps right back to the lonely. And it is going to fire off its harpoon a second time at you. A natural 19 to hit. So this one, Dolgrin goes to block, but Dolgrin does it just a touch early, and it spears directly through Dolgrin's forearm. And Dolgrin is going to take some damage from that. And then I need Dolgrin to make a strength saving throw.
11.
11. Okay. So first, Dolgrin's going to take 17 points of damage from it just spearing through his arm, and then I'm gonna give who's in the middle right now. We're kind of playing Calvin Ball with some of the rules because you have a fun character build.
Oh, technically I think I have Rax hanging on Dolgrin's back like a backpack.
Okay, so give me a we'll call it a strength save from Rax.
17.
17. Okay, so what happens is it goes through and then wraps around like a grappling hook almost. And then Dolgrin is almost ripped right off of the set, even right out of Rax is able to grip. Ubre is below, right?
Yeah.
Is able to almost choke Ubre, but grip Ubre's head with the legs, and hold on to Rax. You folks are pulled
That's a
off your
funny
feet,
image.
but because you're all connected, you're able to centipede yourselves back together and stay in your shape. But you're pulled off your feet and you're being reeled into this creature.
That's
Okay.
also a funny image.
Next, yeah, it's almost like a slinky being pulled up. Next is Carlifer. Carlifer, you've seen basically your Rael get blasted and then pulled off their feet and out of sight around that corner.
So, Ylvik is going to shoot. Around the corner even.
Yeah.
Okay, then I should have sprinted last turn. I will go.
I mean, the edge
around
of that corner is only about 10 feet up ahead of you, so easy to.
Yeah, we'll go around the corner. It goes Displacer Beast with Collar Fur on top, and then after that is Ylvik.
Okay.
And then once we get around the corner.
Yeah, you
Yolvik's gonna
folks have
shoot
about
at the
10 feet
tentacle.
between the corner and like this mess of now Rael and the lonely.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot at the tentacle. Yilvik is as well. Anyway,
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
Yes. 10 damage total. Force damage.
Okay. You blast the tentacle. It doesn't seem to release its grip. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to release its grip on Rael.
Then Carlifer is going to do a firebolt
Mm-hmm.
onto the tentacle as well. That's gonna be a 20 non-natty.
All right, yeah, you hit the tentacle. Same spot, even, that Yilvik hit.
10 fire damage.
10 more fire damage. Let's see. This thing is holding on tight. It roars, and you can see a burn. Like, you can see damage to the tentacle, but it is holding on and reeling. The reel has, like, slowed a little bit, but it's still coming.
It's fine. That's the way it goes. And then the Displacer Beast is going to ready an action. Its action is going to be to prevent harm from coming to Carlifer.
What is
So,
this
like,
link here?
If, for
That's creepy.
example,
I like it.
Is for the
Oh, yeah.
for the audience. It's an
And
image,
honestly,
image reference for this thing.
yeah, honestly, it's really good because now it has a hand on the end of its spear. Because it does have a hand on the end of its spear. Rael's hand.
It's Dulgrin's hand.
Dolgrin's hand, correct.
Will that decrease Dahlgren's effectiveness in the stack?
So I'm considering Rael grappled at the moment. It's gonna be more of a, like, you're not full body grappled. You could attack, or you could use your move to escape. But if you don't use your move to escape, it'll use its bits that it can do to grapple you, or continue you grappled. But
I
Rael is,
intend to.
like, right.
Yeah.
Is for all intents and purposes like grappled at the moment.
It is. I'm way down in the turn order, so that's what I was planning on doing once it got to me.
Oh wait, Carlifer just went. It is now your turn, Rael. Sorry.
Oh, epic. In that case, I would like to attempt to pull myself loose. Is that just another strength save?
Yeah. That'll be your action to pull yourself loose. Carlifer, you said the Displacer Beast, did it attack? Did I just miss that?
No, the Displacer Beast is readying an action. Its action is to prevent harm from coming to Carlifer. So, like, if an attack
It'll jump in
comes
the way.
at it, it'll jump in the way or whatever.
Love it. I like that. Okay, Carlifer. Sorry, Lily. You, yeah. You are going to use your action to try to break free of this grapple?
Yep, I got a 16.
A 16 does. You are able to, like, jerk it free. You feel like there's a large fight here, but you're able to, like, unwrap and, like, nastily slide your arm out. But you're, like, at its feet now.
Okay.
And it's looking down at you.
I want to use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Mm-hmm.
Roll D10 to get 14 back. Still below half. And then I want to use Action Surge to get an additional action, because we had a long rest since I used it on the Minotaur.
Right.
Which I want to use to Eviscerate, and then because of my class, every time I use an attack action, I can take a second attack action.
You get 2 attacks here.
So I have 1 crit and 1 miss.
Okay, so the crit's good.
26.
26 damage. All right.
And I specifically want to attack the tentacle that I just ripped out, if I can.
Okay.
Try to disable both.
Yeah, you folks have dealt a lot of damage to this specific location. What I'll say is you don't hack it clean off like you did with the last one. But wait, it's a natural 20. You do hack it. You hack it clean off like you did with the last one. Because you got a natural 20. Yes. You do that. It's
Cool.
now lost both of its tentacles. Yeah. Traveler.
Yep.
You're same location you were at, about 20 feet off of this this beast. Rael is now down at its feet on the ground, but it's just hacked off his second tentacle. and you can see them both kind of laying down at the bottom. Sorry for that video. I had to take a quick work call. Yeah, that's no problem.
Let's see. So it's got no really effective way to harpoon anybody anymore. That's what I'm hearing.
Give me a history check.
History check. Can I have advantage since I am from the Shadowfell?
Yeah. This is like your like realm of knowledge. On all of the Shadowfell based data, I'll give you your advantage because this is like your home.
You forgot
field
about that
advantage.
harpoon dick.
18.
18. With that, you're looking at this situation. You see Rael relax a little bit. You folks are obviously still in battle, so like Rael's warrior instincts haven't gone away, but Rael does see that Rael has sliced off both of the arms. And your gut drops because you know that this thing can easily regenerate those harpoons, like very quickly.
Oh yikes! Okay.
Probably
So-
not a relaxing, but like definitely Dolgren's cracking a smile at like,
Yeah.
yeah, look
Yeah.
at that, we got it done.
I'm about to this thing basically. But you, traveler, know Rael is in a bad place.
How is the lonely looking?
I mean, it's hard to tell. This thing is
It
both
could
gross
use a
and
friend.
ugly. Like it's already hunched over. It was already like they are already hurt of bleeding. It's hard to tell. It's bleeding from multiple locations.
It's like asking if the zombie is bloodied or not.
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to tell. Give me a insight check. There's we can see if you get a little bit more.
Any bonuses to? Oh, cool. 23.
I'm gonna say with the way that some of these checks have gone, you've probably encountered the lost and the lonely in your time out in the Shadowfell. Maybe we were on some like ranger crews that went out and had to deal with some like larger populations of these things. It ended up being you at least ran into them, maybe on your way escaping from the Shadowfell. These things don't show like they're not gonna show that they're tired or weak. They only show this one emotion of like
Anger.
just intense. It's like a mixture of that like intense sorrow. But I mean, I think you are able to discern that it's bleeding a lot. And yeah, you know, the battle shouldn't be too much longer, but is still going on. This thing is by no means done. And I need everyone to give me perception checks as well.
Sure. Where's my mouse?
17. You're good luck. You're a good luck pup.
You're a good luck pup.
You are.
7.
You should D&D with me more often.
13. Lily and the Traveler, Rael and Traveler, look up for just a moment, and you see that massive shadow. It approaches almost head on to the bubble, and breaks the barrier silently as it crests through the sky, like at the top of the bubble. It is a massive, massive bronze dragon.
Good.
Very big, and it's
How big though? Like as big as a house? As big as a mountain?
like
Big as a car.
like. Man, I'm really bad at scale. Just in my brain is bad at scale. I'm gonna say that
The
like,
size of Texas.
No, not the size
It-
of Texas.
like if
I
it
kill myself.
if it were to sit in town, if you remember from our like circular town, it would take up like a good portion of the poor district. Like it would take up. It's probably, I guess, like if we're talking in terms of our squares for our context, probably like 30 by 30.
Whoa. The poor districts had like multiple shops and houses. That's 30 by 30.
That was
I don't
the
know,
30.
man. I'm just.
You
I
said the
don't
poor
know,
district,
man.
and I'm like, so the size of a mall, and then you go 30 by 30.
Yeah, I mean,
mall
I'll
is 30
say
by
okay,
30.
like sizing it by a mall, like it's smaller than a mall, but not like
We all know that
it would
malls
destroy
are
a
bigger
mall.
on the inside.
Is it smaller than a mall? Should be the new. Is it bigger than a bread box?
Is it smaller than a mall? Yes, but not by much. I know that a mall is bigger than 30 by 30. This thing is large. I'm just very bad at scale. It is an adult
fair.
bronze dragon. It is not an ancient bronze dragon, but it is an adult bronze dragon. Just a very large creature. 0.75
What's wrong?
small units. I like that.
What are you whining?
But it crests in the top of the bubble, and it seems to like flare its wings out just below a bit, and it peeks its head around, and breaks back through the bubble on the other end, and out of sight and into the sandstorm again.
Cool. Well, that problem solved itself. Let's get the fuck out of here, guys.
And all of you hear another deep roar, now able to obviously put two and two together that this thing is from the dragon. And Traveler, what would you like to do about the situation at hand?
What does the Lonely do about the dragon? How does it react?
It doesn't at all.
Cool. Well, then it's still the main problem. So I'm going to shoot some more balls of light at it.
Yes. Shoot those balls.
18, 24 to hit.
18 and 24 both hit.
$12 radiant damage.
It like drops to a knee for a second before getting back up. And
then I'm gonna blow a key point and do it again.
Yep.
Nope, that's what? No. One of those is a 13 and a 16.
The 16 hits.
Okay. For an additional 6 damage.
For additional 6 damage. You fire off that next bolt, and as it's standing up, you hit it like in between the shoulder blades, and it kind of topples down on top of Lily, motionless. Or on top of Rael, motionless.
Plop.
Yep.
Hey guys, what do you want to do about that other thing?
Does my previously checked knowledge of Sarasworn let me know that it might or might not get back up?
You know that these things are known to play dead.
Okay, I'm gonna stay
Like
put.
you'll come across like a field of like laying down bodies, and sometimes some of them may stand up.
Yeah, okay. Well, if that's the case, it's not going to get me.
Truth.
I like my wall.
It is Carlifer's turn.
Carlifer, kill.
Hey, are those things known to get back up? Traveler.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
He says from behind the wall, he peeks out. Sometimes.
That
Okay.
is exactly what he does.
Carlifer's gonna blast a firebolt at it.
Okay. Don't miss.
18 plus 6.
You
24.
don't. Good.
9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. I'll give you your bit. You're like, you feel the soul's like.
Oh, nice. The soul of sorrow.
Yeah, we'll say it might have been knocked out, but you basically
Good.
just finished it off, executed it.
Good.
On top of Lily, it goes even more limp and starts like kind of just like trickling this black blood all over Rael.
Sorry about that. Anyway, and then for the rest of my turn, I'm going to have Ylvik and the Displacer Beast help Rael get up. Like move the thing off of and sort of, and then dust him off. You know.
As they
Would
are
it be
pulling.
cheating to change it back to easy mode.
won't kick in until the next encounter.
Oh
So,
no.
No?
The
Yeah,
dragon
no,
flies away.
it's the next encounter for sure.
I'm just gonna redeem some channel points for divine intervention.
I need first as they're helping. Yo, that's number 15. Let's go.
15.
Number 15 for the week. We got blown up last night. This guy came in and like almost there was like a few people that kind of helped him, but he almost single-handedly brought us to a hype
he
train
was-
level
he
5.
was slaying
Oh
it.
shit.
Nice.
11?
The man dropped at one point. He asked me a question, and because he liked my answer, he gave me 5,000 bits.
Damn.
That's a lot of bits.
That's
That's
a
a lot
good
of
game
bits.
show.
It was a wild time. It was a cool time, and I just like his support was fucking incredible. It was my first hype train level 5, so I'm still like on hype about that. But that, Lily, that is
5,000
number
bits
15.
That's like $90. He
It's-
really liked your answer.
He liked my answer.
Damn.
So I gotta puff the
Money
magic
to throw
dragon.
around.
Crincrea's got the next one as easy mode.
If we survive this one,
If they survive this one.
we're immediately going to
for
step
sure.
out of this bubble into a chapel that will resurrect our dead friends.
Number 15 though, real quick, we're gonna have to take a
Burger
small
King
moment
foot
because
lettuce.
while they're fighting a dragon, I'm gonna have to ride a dragon. Because that's the 5th sub in the set, so we will strap on
Oh
in.
hell yeah.
Yep. I was very excited that we were capped off at 14 because that just made it fun for like this one. All right, folks. So number 15, I ride
Also got to roll them exercise dice.
the Magic Dragon.
You know, I can't say I accomplished much in my life, but at least I caused this to happen tonight.
It's so much wilder watching it on stream than seeing it in person.
It's because it's still so new to be something you could put on stream, you know?
All right. Fuck yeah.
Oh man. What a good visual.
Oh yeah. All right. I hate how it deflates though.
Yeah, the
Like
way
my
that
whole
thing
skull is
crinkles up
going
is
in.
not good.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that magic dragon is ridden. I'll do a lift that one. Continue on because I can continue as I do so. Yeah, that man. So when he did that, not only did I, we had a bunch of redemptions, but I had to lift 20 times and eat 7 beans just consecutively. It was a fucking nightmare. Like my
I know
body
you
was so
mean-
sore when I woke up this morning.
I know you mean Bean Boozled, but I just really like to think, like, just dry navy beans.
I have like a little jar of black beans. That are
I'd
the
eat
hard,
7 beans, and you're like, one,
crunch.
I don't like beans.
Honestly, that's pretty fucking funny. And after this set of Bean Boozled, I might move to just like raw black beans because that's a funny bean redemption.
You just have a fresh bowl of chili that you're picking a single bean out of at a time.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, thanks for that sub. Yum yum.
Thanks for that
Crunch,
sub, and
crunch.
now I get my special treat. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
That's awesome.
At 20 subs, I get some cornbread.
I'll eat a whole handful of them.
At 20 subs, I eat cornbread toe.
All right.
Well, if you're eating dried beans and substitute for chili, at 20 subs, I eat a spoonful of cornmeal.
I need Rael and Carlifer's whole crew to make Constitution saving throws.
Fucking
Stop.
21.
Me too.
No, not you. And no, Carlifer, it is not poison.
Carla forgot a 13. Displacer Beast got a 12. Yilvik got a natty 1.
What was yours, Lily?
I got a 21.
Okay. Lily, you succeeded.
Where'd you get on
Hold
your
up.
D20?
Huh?
Where'd
16.
you get on your 16? Okay.
I lost count for this set, so I'm just gonna go for another 5 here. But yeah, 16.
I don't have any heavy things, so I'm just gonna do push-ups.
Oh, you're also doing them. I love that.
I don't know where my
Got
weights
to be
went.
fit.
Lily's doing it as well. Love it. Love it. Carla for his posing.
It's a monopod.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yes, I appreciate that sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boom. So the Lonely begins to vibrate as they pull Lily up, as they pull Rael to their feet, and it lets out this sickening, like you feel nauseous to your stomach, death wail, and everyone besides Rael is gonna take 14 points of damage. Rael only taking 7. As
I
this
don't like
thing
hard mode.
basically it gives out this wail, and the wail just like continues as it deflates down into like a sack of skin just hanging on the ground. And there is a response to this wail. You folks like shiver for a second as this wail quiets, and then there is a much deeper, much more direct roar come from the sandstorm, and immediately just bursting through the sand is the same dragon, very low to the ground and swooping in towards the whole party, really, because you all folks are, pretty close by one another, and it comes in for a landing, taking out walls all over the place, and it is about 10 feet from you folks. Maybe, well, it's we're talking much larger scale here, so maybe like 20 feet from you folks.
That sucks.
But it's scaly and looking down right at you.
It's not like swooping in. It like stopped 20 feet away.
It has landed. Yeah, it has
Aw.
landed. It has not like sat. It's standing and like imposing
Did
above
it
you.
knock over the wall the traveler was hiding behind?
No, it didn't knock over the wall. Maybe some new cracks have formed on that wall, but it's like if you were looking down the hallway at your party, the dragon has landed behind you. So it can see over the walls there, and just like into above. Basically, it's above you almost. Kind of.
So it's just right on top of me.
Yeah,
Turn the
it's
staff
probably
into
about
a
20
sword
feet
and
off
it
of you.
go up.
It's about 20 feet off of you and about 40 feet off of Carlifer and Rael.
Am I hidden from it, or am I just like?
You do
Right
not
there.
think that you do not think that you're from it. It has like a view down into these mountains.
It's very tall.
It's very
What do
tall.
I know about? What do I know about? Is it bronze or brass dragon?
It is a bronze dragon.
What do I know about a bronze dragon? What are they like?
Oh,
Do
wait,
they like
wait.
gold? Do
They
like
roar.
tasty foods?
They're in
Do
sand.
they like alcohol?
Give me a history check.
Are they good pals?
Flat D20 7.
You're not sure. I think you're just shaking too hard at this moment because it is
All right,
very close to you and above you.
What's my charisma? It's a +1. All right, let's see.
Are they actually native to this area? Because if so, Rael might know something about them.
Give me a history check. They are. I mean, yeah. I think you would probably have interacted with them,
Huge.
at afar
Oof.
or maybe even up close in person. as a
Non-natural
defense
one.
mechanism. So at this moment, I think the only time that Rael has taken dragons seriously was the one time that your platoon came face to face with a big one, and you I think that in that moment there was almost a slaughter of your platoon, and you were able to hide out and not and retain, avoid the actual slaughter. But you're more just struck with fear in this moment rather than remembering how they taught you to deal with this situation.
Oh, that Ryle has remembered enough from what you said to know what they're doing next.
Yeah. It is. I have my page. Rael's turn.
I want to burrow at uncanny speeds.
They break off of one another and begin digging. Give me a strength check, acrobatics. Or
I
sorry,
was gonna go
athletics?
acrobatics.
Well, it's either
athletics.
strength or athletics. We can call it athletics. I think. Well, yeah, athletics is strength based, so we'll just call it athletics.
13.
You folks, you just start digging. You start digging down. Wait, have you guys lost me?
Well, we're all in the Discord, so
Yeah, I hear
we
you.
we should all hear each other. But yeah, the grid fam, it looks like it crashed.
I've
Okay,
entirely given up on Grid Fam.
that's fine. I just wanted to. My grid fam went blank, and I wanted to make sure I hadn't been lost.
I'll try one more time, since everyone else, I think, needs to now try.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, none of you in this moment are able to come up with a direct solution for the best way to deal with the bronze dragon, except
Don't
for
me.
Well, I'm just basing it off of your last literal check to figure out if you knew what to do, and you didn't.
That's just that bronze dragon specifically.
That's just that.
That's just hurtful.
Yeah, that's not.
Rael
nice.
digs. It is now the traveler's turn. Traveler, do you know what to do to deal with the situation?
I dig it.
I mean, no, but I do have something that I can and I guess will do. I'm gonna.
Everyone should hydrate if they've got it. Hydrate or dihydrate.
I'm gonna run out into just like direct view of this dragon.
Okay.
You just turn around and look up.
Okay, but like out into the open, not up against a wall though.
Sure, yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna get out all of my money and also any amount of the traveler that I have left. I'm going to
wait of yourself? I was very confused until I remembered you had a brand, a beverage, correct?
Mm-hmm. All of that, I'm going to prostrate myself completely, just like completely lay down on the sand,
That's
holding
not the
out
word.
these items, and hope that it doesn't eat me, I guess.
Give me a.
Are you mad with power?
Performance check, we'll call it.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. That's a skill I've not used yet. +1, 2 performance. That's a 6.
I think the traveler is shaking so much as he's doing this because he's doing it so quickly. He's like taking his gold out and it's like dropping pieces all over the ground and he's trying to like scatter it out. He thought about piling it, but when his hands started shaking, that like didn't really work. And the dragon cranes its neck down and is.
I rush to get my bag of gold out and I just spill it everywhere, and now I'm panicking and like trying to put gold back in the bag, but also show the dragon that I have gold for it. But there's mostly now sand in the bag. It's a mess.
Mod appreciation channel redeem. That's a little sus. Oh well, okay. I guess I'll add in that channel redemption. I do appreciate my mods. They're very incredible. And our newest mod, Weathered Fox, who has been here helping us out, and is a new streamer. So if you folks are available, please go check them out because they are looking for that affiliate status as well. as well as everyone else here. We're talking,
Following.
Rake Song, Tasty Games, Pompous. We're all, we're all streamers. We're all out here doing it. So
It's a
check
really
everyone out.
strong word for what I do.
You have streamed a couple times. If the Rake Song gets back into it, let's help him get affiliate. If he doesn't, he'll have a follow.
Live your best life, yo.
Has streamed.
Exactly. Okay. Yes. It cranes its neck down and it looks at you and it almost arches an eyebrow at you. You're just sort of throwing your gold at the ground.
That wasn't what I intended to do, but I think that is.
No,
what
I mean
happened.
you're just like you're prostrating yourself before the dragon. You're giving your gold and trying to show it you're not meaning it harm.
Yes, that I am actively subservient. Please don't eat me. What do you want? I'll do it. Do you want this beverage? It might be good.
The dragon scans over the party, and almost lazily, it glances at the gold, and it nods slightly, and then and kind of smirks and raises an eyebrow. Carla first turn.
That's fair.
So Carlifer and company, we all get to our knees or knee equivalents, and then we sort of make our way on our knees over to the dragon.
Hell
where
yeah! Follow
Traveler
my
is.
lead.
And
Follow
Carlifer can
my
actually
sticks.
speak. Carlifer can actually speak Draconic.
Man, I should have checked that.
It's so Carlifer says, "Oh, my great and powerful bronze dragon lord, how may we mere mortals be of assistance to your great majesty?" And I also have like a loose bag of gems in one hand, and Ylvik takes off a patch which has another goat, and so Ylvik has a goat.
In the distance behind you doing this, there's like little patches of dirt flying in the air as Rail's digging 3 holes deeper and deeper.
The dragon.
As long as the dragon doesn't one-tap me, I can still get away.
Hey, thanks for that follow, Ninja Queen. Dancing Ninja Queen, welcome on in. I really appreciate that. And Envision, yes, he's chosen a Tarkov. He's chosen a Tarkov location to be playing from today, so he's playing from the pier in Tarkov. An on-site reporter is perfect for what we've got going on. Hey, and welcome on in. I appreciate you being here. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, so pull up a seat and enjoy. Quite literally dragons at the moment.
Terrified of this dragon.
When you begin speaking in Draconic to it, it raises its other eyebrow, almost in surprise, less in like
Yes,
sort
we
of
got both eyebrows.
smirking bitterness. And it says, it responds, "I deeply appreciate the respect. What is there to keep me from making you into food?"
We have the ability to generate food.
It reaches
So,
down quickly and snaps the goat just cleanly out of Ylvik's hands, and it tosses the goat up and opens its mouth, and the goat just falls into its throat.
Oh, I love Jurassic Park. The cool scene.
Jurassic Park.
They've died several times in Vision.
Yeah,
Well,
everyone
most
has
of them
died-
have.
Two
everyone has died
full
in this
wipes.
D&D party, except for me. I have gotten away twice.
Also, the Traveler didn't die. He was just a cop in his first life, and he got pushed away.
Yeah, that counts as a character wipe.
Well, that's because the
character death.
I think
there
I
was a
technically
different
an
player
NPC
in
that
his
time.
place
That's
who
fair.
did die.
That's fair. There was, yeah, a lot of characters had died.
Yeah. Yep.
You were
I
an
think
NPC at that
7
point.
total? 6.
Lots
I think
of
6 total.
lots of
Player
deaths.
characters.
I think we should have a tracker for that too.
Yeah, so it asks what's there to keep you
Especially now
from
that
being
there's hard
food.
mode.
Caller 3 is masked for sure. Oh yes, yeah. Could be. He could always be a traitor. It
That's
it
fair.
snaps
He is
its
pretty
throat,
sus.
it eats it.
I
Yeah,
saw Color 3 vent.
seems to appreciate the goat. It is
can- we can-
Rael's turn.
We can get you more food. Why would you eat food that can generate food? We're like a food farm.
I have an answer, but I can't speak Draconic.
Do I seek to? It speaks. Yeah, no, yeah, it's speaking in Draconic.
21
it
stealth to
says-
hide in my hole.
Do I seem to have trouble finding food and slips? It on easy glance does not. Are you muted, Colfer? Yes, you are muted.
Sorry, do I need to do something?
No. I was just making sure that
Oh,
you were.
yeah. No, sorry,
You knew
sorry,
you were
man.
muted or something. Okay, that's fine.
You're the only one it can talk to, so we do need you.
Therefore, is a threat.
I'm translating everything that the traveler says.
No, he's well traveled.
The traveler hasn't said anything. He still has his face in the sand.
Rael, you seem to be hidden. You've dug yourself down, and you've remained still. The ground is like stilled above you, and you've dug yourself a
Oh
garden
yeah,
hole.
I've pulled in. I've got like a straw sticking out, and I've pulled in the dirt on top of me. We're hidden.
All right, then. Rael's in hiding, traveler.
Taking a pitch from the Carlifer playbook for once.
You heard basically Carlifer kind of deep or talk in a deep, like growling tone to this thing that you didn't understand, and it did respond.
I mean, I could try using one of my languages, but I don't know how well it would take to me speaking either Elvish or Infernal.
Oh, another DBD player, gotta love it.
Good game.
Do I have anything I can do here? Oh shit! I actually do have one other thing I could do.
Okay,
It's
a precarious situation.
I take out the Rod of Lordly Might
Yes.
and I offer that. In fact,
Carlifer
I
goes,
don't.
Whoa.
What
I don't look up from the sand. I just like with my face still in the sand, I reach like and root around in my bag behind me and just pull it out and put that in front of me instead.
The dragon stops. Will say that you might have even cut off its last sentence, not even knowing fully that like it was, for sure talking to Carlifer. Like you get the idea, but like not knowing how to respond to Draconic.
It sure isn't talking to me.
You whip out the staff and it cuts off at the very end of its sentence and looks down at you.
It knows
and it
what
looks
this
at
is.
you for an uncomfortable amount of time. There's like a stillness even.
How
and
like a minute? Like how
like
long?
yeah, like like a full minute. It's like looking, and you can hear it kind of shifting above you, and those of you looking can see it like moving its neck back and forth, looking down. And then you feel a shifting in the airs above you because this thing is massive, so all of its movements cause like motion. And you feel,
I'm a risk a peek.
yeah, you see. You see this dragon reach forward with its it has a big old claw on the end of its wing, and it reaches forward with this claw and gently plucks the Rod of Lordly Might out from in front of you, and then scans you and almost disregards Carlifer, but you're still peeking up, and it nods at you, and the way that it nods at you, you feel a sense of like respect, like
What the fuck?
like a sense of like, I don't know, like understanding between not equals, but just like understanding between like, I don't people near on the same kind of wavelength for a moment. And it like
I've proven that I know what is valuable.
it takes one beat of its wings and is off the sand. The few of you like down at its base are kind of like blown out of your in reverence positions and onto your backs.
Done.
And it floats off into the sandstorm without looking back.
I think now I have like 10 gold in a sack of sand.
It doesn't take the gold. The gold remains.
Yeah, no, but
It-
I mostly lost most of my gold in the sand, and what
took the goat.
I hadn't put back in the bag is definitely gone when the dragon takes off.
That's very fair. Actually, Carlifer, give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure. I can't believe that he ate my goat and he
Ooh.
didn't even need to eat my goat. Apparently.
Thank you
Well,
so
that
much for
was
the
a
sub, Dancing
helpful-
Ninja Queen.
16.
A helpful pass. Hell yeah, dancing. Going and supporting other people. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Found your way in and are going around. A 16. Yeah, you hold on to the shit that was in your hands. It doesn't get like blown out and into the sand. But all of that
yay.
gold is like gone and lost.
Traveler, do you want some gold? Do you need some gold, my friend?
Traveler is out of it on this one.
No, Traveler, he's boggled. He doesn't know what to do now.
He has accepted this L.
I just feel bad that you had to pay for that one. Do you want to? I could give you some money, or do you want to raise in the?
Honestly,
guild?
in my
I'm saving my
brain,
money. You can't have it. Rail yells from underground.
the only way that I had even thought out of a catastrophic like there's always something players can come up with, but like when all this stuff had been laid on us, hard mode and the dragon and everything, I was like, the only real way out of this is if some real reverence is shown, and there was only one item I could think of. I was like expecting someone to pull me on it, and then Gabe was like, I'll do it. It's like, oh wow, okay, it's happening. Here we go.
It's the only way out.
I mean, it worked. It worked. It got you out. That was awesome.
I'm sad. The Traveler is he's got a monk feature called Stillness of Mind, so you can't see it, but he is distraught.
He uses his monk feature so that you don't know how sad he is.
Mr. Dragon, would you like
He won't let you
negative
see him
1
cry.
pound of Heliothyl? Truly the rarities you seek.
With that though, Traveler, you do recall at least you have that one of the gems you were going to use to create a new facet from this one.
Good.
And you have the information about where to begin looking for other gems. So maybe you could work on
You could
crafting your own.
You could also go reclaim that Rod of Old Night. We just need to go fight that dragon.
We could go kill the bronze dragon.
Hmm.
Honestly, if you can find where it brought the rod to, you'll find much more.
We can hobbit this motherfucker. We'll just sneak into the lair and steal shit. We don't need
That
to
would
fight
really
any
well for them.
dragons. Hey, if I've proven anything in this encounter, it's that I can hide under things that I can dig through, and that includes gold.
The direct, I mean, you know, the direct encounter has come to a close, and you folks are in this bubble.
Glad we're still alive.
Do you folks want to short rest before moving on to the next encounter?
Please.
Short rest up to however many dice you would like to use on this one. I won't call you a one like I was doing that one time.
As part of my short rest, I would like to try and harvest the
That's not my number.
Okay, God.
Saurithorn body.
Carlifer, you scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
I rolled
Okay.
5d10 and then I saw your result and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, mine wasn't a very high number either.
Do we have a we have a harvest check. What has been our harvest check? Do you know off the top of your head?
What?
We've started harvesting monsters, and Gabe wants to harvest the leftover skin of this Sorrowsworn if you can.
Let's see. I have here. One moment. I am texting you the relevant page.
Roger that.
Yeah, I'd also love at some point. I guess I'm not too
There
worried
it
about it
is.
at this point.
The relevant page. Oh, what? There's a fucking The Lonely Harvest? That's awful. That they have this thing. Okay, sure. Give me a. But what is the like check?
It'd
Like,
probably
is
be
it-
like a.
I don't
Okay,
remember if I think we were basing it off of wisdom or dexterity.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's just call it a sleight of hand check
Okay,
for now because I don't remember what we did last time.
What is my sleight of hand? All right. That's a 21.
That bites. Okay, well let's read through here. You come up with the primordial loneliness. The Sorrowsworn are beings of pure emotion spawned from the collective psyche of the Shadowfell itself. After their corporeal forms have been slain, this emotion leaks back into the home plane, unless captured first by a harvester skilled with their spirit paper. Don't know that you have spirit paper. But I will give you... So, yeah, this requires spirit... So that one requires spirit paper. That one required an enchanted vial. What I will give you... is one, both harpoon arms were cut off beforehand, so you know that you can harvest those. I'll give you that you can even just like find them
Pick 'em
in the
up.
sand. So those can be. These harpoons are considerably stronger than the average whaler's harpoon. Can be turned into a fine weapon that inverts the Lonely's magical signature and actually keeps foes away from you. The Lance of Isolation. We'll look up what that exactly is later. So you can turn those two harpoons into one Lance of Isolation.
The Lonely Lance.
And because the rest is sort of you know that the rest, like, you're not going to be able to capture this thing's spirit because you don't have the spirit paper. You weren't expecting to run into these enemies.
Yeah,
Um,
I've got it. And I've
What
got it
you
full.
do though is seeing that it has entirely deflated after its death. You find the longest strip that you can and get like a very long strip of its skin, and you notice that it has some very good elasticity. Base thought off the top, you think it might be able to be used for a very good bowstring, or something else that you can use the elasticity for.
Okay. Got to note this down. Get. What we got? Gotta take the Rod of Lordly Might off of my character sheet.
Sadly.
Replace that with 2 harpoon arms and a strip of Sorrowsworn skin.
Yep. It's
Nice.
elastic.
It's elastic.
And you folks take your short rest. While we're taking our short rest, I'm going to take a quick bio break and run to the bathroom real quick.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to put this on a BRB screen for all of us here in the stream. We will return in a few minutes' time.
All right. Okay, so there. I'm also going to put us on hold. I just wanted to mute us in Discord so I'm not bugging them with my talking to you guys. So I'll throw us on hold real quick and I'll bring us back up once we've got everyone back from their bio. Put a little music on for you so it's less boring.
Undead here so that we can as we go. There we go. As we're coming back from breaky break. Also, banning the word attack would be awful. Banning the word attack would be terrible for me. Oh. So yeah, goal we have. We're here in the Infinite Waste right now. We're just in a random roll pattern. It's getting increasingly more and more likely that we'll find what we're looking for. But alas, we will be random rolling until we do. And like every time we do it, the chance goes up for us to find the right one. So we'll get there one day. My list of banned D&D words: roll, check, dice, combat, turn, or any of the main skills. That would be fun. Fun in the middle of a combat to do.
I just want to say that we solved an encounter with a dragon. I feel like that's worth a lot of XP, baby.
For the traveler.
Somebody
The traveler got the XP.
You said the goat helped. You said it. I should.
You said the goat helped. I did. The goat did help. We'll say. But yeah. So we're angling towards the end of our campaign here. We're about to enter last dungeon. We'll be fighting the boss that we've had our eyes on this whole time. Then we'll be doing some closing stuff for our campaign here. Post that, our current talking plans are probably a short break with a fun-filled romp in a pirate-themed RPG, and anytime says one of those words, they have to drink. Oh no. And then post that fun romp in the pirate RPG realm. If we do go in that direction, we'll be entering an RPG in space, which I personally am super stoked for. It's going to be almost 100% homebrewed, which is just exciting. But yeah, them's our plans as we go drinking D&D night. I always have a few, but the point in which I have too many comes at some point, and then it gets difficult to DM. But we're nowhere near there. Alternate rules: anytime you catch someone not using a character, they have to drink. Good thing we didn't start with character voices. We could just say these are our character voices.
Yeah, well, Carliver
This is
can't.
This is my character voice.
Carliver
Stick
can't. That's
to it.
true.
I should really do a character with a voice at some point.
We'll
Because I struggle with the role playing.
I've already got the voice. I've already got the voice for the next character too.
All right,
And
and
it's worse than Carlifer's voice.
Rael has disadvantage on Rael's next roll.
Fucking rude.
Elite sniper coming in and causing chaos.
Why you sniping me?
Elite sniping. You can make it a cheap D&D point redemption of take a drink, take a shot,
No.
etc.
No.
Cheap and take a shot. Last time I did that, I drank a bottle and some vape juice. It was a bad mistake.
Yeah, and that was on subs, not even
Yikes.
channel points.
It's a bad mistake. Okay. So, do we want to do one more encounter on this one before we zip it?
Sure.
Yeah. I just wanted to
Zip
make sure
it?
that everyone was in it because we're just, at that point we're done with this encounter. Move it to the next one. Let's do Carlifer. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
You folks retie yourself together with the remaining rope.
And this next one is easy mode.
And this next one is easy mode.
2.
2. You folks, so you started off on hard mode. So that's good. Having banned that word. Oh man, I gotta figure out some way to do it now. That's pretty funny. That was pretty good.
I can't obey it if it doesn't exist.
What do I have? What do I have? Yeah, that's funny. You folks jet off into the sandstorm. The sandstorm this time becomes much, much heavier. It's blasting you from all sides. Give me like dexterity saving throws to remain on your feet. It's becoming pretty brutal.
21.
Blue. Carlifer?
I got. This is
Dolgren's
very-
like, what's pretty brutal?
Oh yeah, you do have to do that bad roll. Rael, let's see a second roll for you, and we'll take the worst of the two.
Bad roll.
But
I got-
I have to roll worse? I don't quite understand.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Can you
I bet
explain it to me in
not.
different terms?
You have the opposite of advantage.
I
Advantage.
I rolled even higher, so
Okay.
Negative
Okay.
advantage.
Negative advantage.
still 21.
Okay, so still 21. That's great. Rael stays on your feet. Sorry, Carlifer, what was your deck save?
15.
15 and Rig Song, what's your
Dirty 20.
dirty 20? All of you are able to stay on your feet. At one point Carlifer like is almost blown off his feet, but Rael is able to reach forward and like hold Carlifer down. And you folks basically like turn into that, like you folks are like all butted up against each other, just like pushing through the sandstorm. And you come out into the largest bubble that you've seen yet. And the big signifier of this bubble is that you're against the wall of the desert. As we've noted this whole time, the desert is surrounded by these sheer high cliffs. And you folks are bubbled up against the cliff face. This one is probably like 300 feet in bubble size. Massive bubble that you find yourself in. In the center of the wall, you folks have come out like facing the wall. In the center of the wall is a sight to behold. You all feel a touch of joy for a moment as you see a big black castle just jammed into the side of this cliff.
Is that the one? What do you guys
There
think?
is this
Is that the moving castle?
purple and black energy kind of emanating from around the cracks in the where it's like it looks as if someone picked up the castle and like shoved it into the cliff.
No, that doesn't look like it's the right castle. We should keep looking.
And
It looks pretty stationary to me.
there's all that like Shadowfell energy just sort of like leaking out around the edges of this castle. And you folks find yourself in this large courtyard, kind of surrounded by a circle of old ruinous pillars. Like some of them have fallen, some of them are still standing, but most of them have like crumbled and fallen away. And there's just like a good trek from between where you're at to, you know, the face of this castle that is jammed into the edge of the cliff.
Hey guys, I think there's gonna be something easy about this castle. I think we should go give it a look.
Yeah, this castle looks easy as fuck. Let's go.
This castle.
Charge! Charge! Rael, charge!
You folks begin to move forward, and you give me perception checks.
Perceive! Rael perceives. Rael perceives a pass of 12.
Okay.
25.
Mine is going to be a 15 again.
You folks start moving forward. Traveler, you see it first. This, amongst all of the rubble, half buried in the sand, are these large bones. Massive bones. And as you folks begin to step forward, they begin to quiver. And you grab your party and jerk them back as the bones jet out of the sand and begin to form together into something that was more in the plan, but is still a problem. A big old bone dragon.
Oh no, we're boned.
Two
I push
dragons
Carlifer
in
forward.
one.
This seems like a Carlifer problem.
This time, instead of pulling him back, I pushed Carlifer.
Here,
It's
you're up,
like
kid.
If you took the bronze dragon and just skinned it. Like it's very large. But
You would
it's
have
like
also have to muscle it.
bone dragon.
Muscle it. We're all still tied together.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in a
Red
bubble.
Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, like massive bubble. This is like huge bubble.
300-foot radius.
Okay. Here's what. Okay, I can't think of anything else to do. So let me just go ahead and roll my Carlifer dice really quick. Okay, that's not so good. Carlifer's gonna cast Flame Blade. His blade gets summoned into his hand, and he cuts himself free from the group and then runs away.
Back into the sandstorm?
Not back into the sandstorm, but away from away from the dragon.
Yeah. So you folks are on the edge, like maybe like kind of butted up against the back of the sandstorm, and you have like a circular.
I'll just circle
Yeah.
the edge of the bubble or whatever.
Carlifer begins sprinting off down around the edge of the bubble. Rael.
Oh, and then I also, sorry, don't forget, I also have two boys. They're still together. They're still attached, and they're going to remain attached. The Displacer Beast is going to position itself where it can take an attack of whoever's behind it in the line. I don't remember who that was. I think it's Traveler.
Probably.
And then Ylvik, I think, is going to try and. Ylvik's going to ready an action. Ylvik doesn't know if we should be attacking yet, so Ylvik is just going to ready an attack. And if the dragon acts hostile, then he'll go ahead and attack his attack.
Ylvik should attack. Ylvik attacks.
Okay, sure.
This dragon is hostile.
It's like when it came out of the desert, it was like stepping at you already.
It has the red hostile arrow over it from
Yeah.
video games.
14.
It has a health bar, so you need to kill it.
Ylvik's bolt just sort of skates right between the bones.
That's fine.
This
Ylvik
guy.
is gonna shrug and make the jerk off motion, and then that's
Perfect.
that's his turn.
Perfect. Rael?
Rael is going to... How far away is this thing?
Oh, it's probably about 15 feet off in front of you.
Okay, in that
Stuck
case,
together.
I'm gonna stab it. Let's see how well I can chop bones. Pretty fucking well. Does a 13 hit?
No.
I assume a 26 and a nat 20 31 do.
The net 20 doesn't. Yeah, they hit.
Actually has a special rule that a 31 doesn't hit him, actually.
So that's going to be 17 plus 22, so 29, 39.
39. With that nat 20, you swing out and you connect with a bone, and you we'll say that it's
I'm going
on
for a
all fours
rib.
in front of you. Okay, sure. You hit one of the ribs and you crack one of the ribs clean off. And how much was your total damage?
29? 39,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, 39.
Okay, Traveler.
Also, free action to talk. Rael wants to point at the bone, like the giant dragon rib that he just chopped off, and go, dibs! Dibs on that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Could make a cool weapon, I don't know. Just want it.
Probably.
Yeah, this will be a dope harvesting check. How far away am I?
About 15 feet off from the front of this big old behemoth.
How much, is there anything inside of it? Is it a skeleton?
Give me a perception check.
I had a 25.
Wait. On what? When?
To see it. Do I not see if
Oh,
there's
you just-
anything in the middle of it?
Oh wait, I didn't hear that 25 earlier, I guess, when you rolled. Yes, so you see it's like 99% bones. What you do notice though is that behind its jaws, since there's like it's all open, you can see these two. They look like little sacks that are like right at the back corners of its jaws.
Gross. I would like to climb inside of it.
Okay. You athletics check to climb up in them bones.
Can I make it acrobatics?
Athletics
some
is
flips?
climbing. I mean, yeah, you're climb. You see, you're climb. I mean, you can make it acrobatics. You could jump up into the bones. Why not? Who cares?
I'm a
Jump up
jumping guy.
into the bones. Yeah.
Hippity hoppity.
Do a flip or something.
Hard
13.
flips, sick tricks. 13. You try to flip up into the bones, but there is just like not a lot of place for you to like get a handhold, and you just kind of like fall out of them.
Am I at least still like inside of the skeleton, if not like up? in
Yeah,
it?
you're like up underneath of it, basically. If it's like rib cage was pressing along the ground, you'd be like in it.
Okay.
You know?
Can I'm gonna shoot my balls of radiant energy at these sacks.
Okay. Yeah. Fire it off.
13 and a 22.
The 13 misses. The 22 hits.
It's 5 radiant damage to the sacks.
You blast one of the sacks on, we'll say the right side. It hits. The sack is kind of like lodged back in there behind the bones, and your radiant bolt like hits the area, but your radiant like it's just like too large that it struck the bones basically around the sack.
Okay.
You did some damage to the sack, but like that you need to be a little bit. You get the idea that you need to be a little bit more direct with the damage. Like an arrow would be perfect.
You
A spear
grazed
is
the
that-
sack, which, as we all know, hurts, but isn't an effective way to kill it.
And I apologize.
It'll
Well,
hurt
the
more in a
damage
few
was
seconds.
5. Okay.
Grazing the sack is a DOT attack.
Damage over time.
Since that's only 15 feet of my movement, I would love if the skeleton moves, I want to try and stay inside of it.
Okay, gotcha.
Hold on.
Just like run inside of the rib cage wherever the dragon goes.
The dragon is gonna arc its neck and face towards Rael. Where are you?
Right on its side. It's
Oh, yeah,
right.
okay. Gotcha.
I
It
just-
faces its head towards the pod that is still the Displacer Beast in Ylvik now. The only two remaining at the starting location. It's gonna dehinge its jaw, and the sack, the Traveler, and Rael, you can see from your location, inflates and then deflates very quickly, and this torrent of like purple energy spews forth. And I need the two of them to make dexterity saving throws.
Sure. Both failed.
How many times are you gonna kill my bird boy?
We'll see.
They both take 13 acid damage.
Oh, still up.
And then it is Carlifer's turn.
Okay, Carlifer's gonna go, oh, okay, it's like this then, huh? And he's gonna run towards the dragon with his flame sword.
Okay.
And then Ylvik is gonna shoot, and the Displacer Beast is gonna attack. So Ylvik's gonna shoot, 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
Whizzes right through the bones.
Displacer Beast does have also 15, also misses. I don't think Carlifer is close enough to attack, so Carlifer's just gonna use a flame bolt, or a melee attack anyway. Also a 15, I miss.
Damn, 3 15s.
That's it.
Rael. So
Mhm.
Carlifer's like on one side, Rael's on the other, and the
You cut out. But
So Carlifer is on one side, Rael's on the other. Traveler is like up underneath.
gotcha. Where's the sack exactly?
Right beneath the corners of its jaws, like if you were to dehinge your jaw, it's like right behind.
All right. Rael is going to take a page out of the playbook of my D&D character in my other campaign, and he's gonna swing for the kneecaps.
Okay. Take a knee.
22, a 17, and a 28.
All three of those hit.
Cool. So my goal is to sever one of these knees. That's 42, 48, 58.
Good lord. You smash it once, spin around, you smash it again, and you hear a crack, and you spin around and smash it a third time, and you sever the back knee. We'll say like back left leg or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
That was a lot of damage.
Thank you.
Traveler,
Hmm.
you are up. Rael has just smashed out the back left leg.
Do I have a ranged weapon that is not my balls of energy?
Not
No.
anymore.
Nope. I mean, that wasn't a ranged weapon.
You could have thrown it as a spear.
Yeah, I suppose I. Oh, yeah, I could have. It does say that I could have thrown it. Oh well.
Oh well.
Could have. Didn't have the time.
Well, you know, if I hadn't, if I kept it, we'd probably all be dead. So.
I would have turned invisible and ran away. I might not have been dead, but I might have been alone.
If you had kept it, you would have died and you would have still lost it.
It's the principle of the matter.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do, if the ranged attacks aren't doing the thing, then I think the move is going to be like climb up its spine until I can get near the balls and just punch them a lot.
Okay. Give me athletics because you're climbing up the spine for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Athletics is just a +1, so let's see. That's a 10.
So I'll say that you can make it up to the sacks. But in order to hang on, you have to keep one hand like steady the whole time, and you are unable to like swing as fast as you normally do, basically taking out your second attack.
Okay.
You have
Then
2 attacks normally, right?
I have 2 attacks normally, yes.
Yeah. It just takes out your second attack.
Got it. Then
Or you can keep your second attack and not like basically like slide down the spine and attack it like twice from lower if you would prefer.
I have a third option.
Oh, tell me, please, DM.
I'm going to burn a key point. I'm gonna burn a key point for the folks listening at home. I am down to 5, and
Love it.
just like rapid fire punch it 3 times with my one dangly hand.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, burn the key point for the extra 2 attacks, right?
Mm-hmm. Just
I like it. Okay, give me 3 punches to the sack of acid under its jaw.
Hell yeah! This will be good for my hand.
This will be great for your hand and arm and shoulder and body.
And spirit.
14, 19, 20.
2 hits. The 19 and the 20 hit.
All right. 2d6 plus 6. That's a 15. 15 punch
So
damage.
you climb the spine of this skeletal dragon, and
I
holding
feel
on
like
with
common
one
sense
hand.
says that I'm not dangling directly underneath the sack, though, right?
You aren't dangling directly underneath the sack. You're supporting yourself on the spine. The sack's like a little bit out in front of you. You basically have to like loose hang off the dragon and like punch out and up. It's like a bad angle for punching. I would say that's where the first one missed, basically, is you had to like get a better angle at it. You can't get the full force into it, but your first punch, you hit it and it's like a little squishy, and the second one you throw a little bit more force into, and your fist goes into it and it pops. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. If you want to hang on, disadvantage. If you let go, it's normal, but you're gonna be falling.
You about to get Nickelodeon slimed.
Tell me one more time what I need to do.
So you have a dexterity saving throw. However, you can hang on to your location on the spine and have disadvantage because you have to hang on, basically. Or you can have normal roll, but you like let go in order to basically achieve that. So you'll be falling. But I'll allow an
far am
animated
I-
style dodge in the air.
How far am I falling?
I mean,
Yeah, aren't you resistant to fall damage?
I reduce any falling damage I take by 35.
You'll be
not
fine.
far enough to hurt you.
You just won't be on the dragon anymore.
falling is like really
That's
perfect
okay.
for the monk in this.
Mm-hmm. I think I found the strat. You've given me a hollow monster, so I'm gonna get up inside it. I'll just. Oh no.
You'll just fucking what now?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna take a bath.
What would you roll? Sorry,
I rolled an 8.
an 8.
That is a
You-
2.
Pull your arm back and attempt to kick out from the dragon to, put yourself away from this splash of acid coming downward. But you are definitely unable. It almost blows up, so it like showers acid down.
You go to
I'll
plant
even-
your foot to kick off right on the rib that has been removed.
Yeah.
Whoops!
Yeah, the acid coats we'll say that you were able to like roll, but it like splashes all over your back. And you take 14 points of damage. As it like
honestly-
sort of coats all over you.
I think I got off pretty easy there.
But you land on your feet and they take no damage from the fall.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that was the traveler's turn. Now it's the dragon's turn.
Oh no.
And the dragon
Where do I land in relation to the dragon? I'm like right in front of it. Is it gonna step on me?
I mean, you're kind of right in front of it, but it's not going to step on you.
Okay. Cool.
It's just gonna swipe
Something
its
else will
arm at you.
happen.
Yeah, it's just gonna attack you normally with its paw. It's gonna swipe its arm at you. I know a 20 hits you. Not gonna worry about. Does a 20 hit you? 20 points of damage as it paws you full force. Like it catches the whole side of your body.
I could really use an inspiring speech right now.
10 minutes later.
Yeah, give me some of that blood.
Dolgren yells, "You can do it, buddy!"
I'll give you an inspiring speech. That's so fucking funny. Carlifer, you're up.
I touch the dragon and I bestow curse, and I give him disadvantage on attack rolls for. Actually, let me double check. What is it again? I think I can only give him disadvantage on attacking certain people.
Is curse? Is like there a state of being immune to curse?
I don't know. It's a wisdom saving throw.
I mostly meant like
yes. Go ahead.
wisdom saving throw. I mostly meant like is undead immune or is
I don't think so. I think they're immune
Okay.
to poison and stuff like that, but I don't think they're immune to this thing. So yes, he has to make a wisdom saving throw. You're looking for a 16, and if he fails, then he has to take disadvantage on attacks against me.
he
Would I
has
use that damage
disadvantage.
necrotic? Probably not.
Huh?
Was any of the damage that I took necrotic?
No, it was bludgeoning.
Rock
Got it.
poison.
All right.
The acid, the other damage was acid.
Got it.
Okay, so it has disadvantage on attacks against Carlifer.
Yes. And then Carlifer's gonna shout in Draconic, "Hey, you fat bony bitch." And then all of my retinue is gonna attack. Here comes Yelvik.
It roars at you a bony roar.
Yelvik got a non-natty 20.
It's almost like a gurgle. Oh, no.
For a grand total of 12 damage.
12 points of damage, okay.
And the Displacer Beast misses again.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Rael.
Ooh. I'm
Indeed.
going to. Ah, gosh. Am I still on its left side?
Yeah, it hasn't really turned. It's just been dealing with the traveler in front of it.
So I can like shift around it without triggering an attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, you're still in its space.
Okay. I want to go for the tail now. I'm getting ambitious.
Okay.
Got a rib, then a leg, and now I'm like, all right, I played Dark Souls. I know where we need to cut for a good weapon. So we're
I
gonna.
want the dragon bone tail axe.
You could have just stopped at I want the dragon bone. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Then everything hits. That's gonna be a whirlwind dervish of. Oh fuck. 16 plus 17 is 26, 33, 43, 51.
Oh. I was gonna say you hack off like half its tail bit by bit, but you
I have
Hacks off
some
the
questions
tip.
about how you're dealing this much damage at 7th level.
3 attacks with a halberd.
Yeah, plus one halberd. And actually, like, the main advantage of my class is that it increases my crit range, but I'm not even hitting my 19s. So I'm not
Yeah,
even
you have
getting
to
the
read normal
big
moves.
output damage. Because I invested in heavy critical and stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm all invested in crit damage, so this is me doing weak damage right
The
now.
version, I mean, we got the fighter portion of Rael out. So if it was just a fighter, the only thing Dolgren would do is attack. That's all you really get as a fighter. You just attack 3 times.
Yeah.
So you hack off by the third attack. The first attack hacks off the tip, the second in the center of the tail, and the third you swipe down and cleave off the full tail. And the dragon roars out, its bones like clacking together as it does. It is the traveler's turn.
You are the loot, motherfucker!
Now you give me a Lord of Rodley Might.
We gotta make up for lost rare artifact.
Lost lordly might.
Where's everybody else?
So the traveler's on the right side. He's just bestowed cursed and tried to flex on it. I would say the whole Carlifer crew's on the right side of the dragon. You're right in front of it, and Rael is now kind of behind and to the left.
I'm gonna try and dive back inside of the ribcage. That
Okay,
seems
give
like
me
the safest space to be.
an acrobatics check. The dragon has begun to move in rage because it's just being attacked from all directions.
14.
You dive in between its swipes and roll in between the ribcage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my 2 bolts at the back of its head from inside. I'm not particularly aiming for those orbs because they sucked.
That was bad, yeah.
Was not good. 15, 19.
0 out of
19
10.
hits.
8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage. You blast it in the back of the skull, and the skull goes flying like 15 feet out, and then lands in the sand, and the skull is like snapping. And
Gibbs.
the dragon body is still moving around. But you blasted the head clean off. It is the dragon's turn. The dragon body is raging around. You did. The dragon body is raging around. It is like it's kicking out its feet in all directions. The traveler is really the only safe one. I need Carlifer's crew and Rael to make dexterity saving throws.
Sure.
Safe is relative given my hit.
22. I'm done rolling bad for the day.
Carlifer has a 13.
We'll see.
Displacer Beast has a 15. Yilvik has a 9.
Carlifer and Yilvik are kicked for 12 damage in the process.
Yilvik falls into a pile of bones.
Oh, beans. Oh, bones.
Oh,
My poor little war criminal.
It's just in this like path, like it's just like
Don't worry, he'll be
flipping
back.
out the body. And it is Carlifer's turn.
Carlifer's gonna revive Yilvik.
Lit.
And then Yilvik's gonna attack. Without missing a beat, Yilvik misses. Displacer Beast also misses. That's my turn.
God. Okay. It is Rael's turn. At least Yilvik's back.
Yep, I did one thing because it can't fail.
Alright. So, how many pieces of this bone dragon are even left?
It's like got 3 legs and the core to its body. You've hacked off the tail and maybe the back leg, and the head is kind of gone. It's not like looking great. It's like hobbled and like it's just like raging out about itself. You all are in the destructive zone at the moment for its rage.
Cut another leg. Help expedite the process.
That I can do, Weathered Fox.
Ooh, I got a 21, a 24, and a nat 1. Which is still a 12, I want to say.
Well, let's see those 2 damages first, and then we'll try to reconcile the nat 1.
That's 26, 36.
Still close. Roll damage for that nat 1.
21.
21 points of damage.
Yeah, I rolled a perfect 10.
Hey, Traveler, what's your max health?
40.
Okay, what's your
What
health
happened?
current?
What happened to easy, Em?
Well, it was easy.
Was it?
The dragon couldn't do half the shit it was gonna do.
He goes, "It's just a dragon."
It's just the bones of a dragon. What's your current health?
5.
Oh man, hey, because of that, you're saved from instant death. You are looking up towards the head where you have just blasted, and you get gouged. You get absolutely geared in the back. For 21 points of damage. I didn't roll the damage. Don't look at me.
That's a massive damage roll, isn't it?
That is a massive damage roll. Massive damage in 5e. I hate the tables that are always given. Okay, this is the table that I know.
Damage, right?
It is piercing damage. Lingering injuries, wounds, and massive damage. Roll me a d20, Gabe.
16.
16. So the only big damage is that any healing done to this will leave a horrible disfiguring scar.
Oh, you're
Yeah, there's no healing the physical damage from it. I mean, you'll be able to heal, but there, no doubt, the whole side of your rib cage is totally fucked up.
You're like Fry
and
from that episode of Futurama with the hole through his torso.
It causes, like, in the future, once healed, will cause you to, like, kind of lean slightly over that area, almost as if you're like babying it, giving you a disadvantage on charisma being persuasion.
It'll cause you to be
A
ugly.
disadvantage on charisma persuasion checks, but because of that, you have a advantage on intimidation checks.
We're gonna call that a feature.
After you-
Sorry.
After you heal. However, now the traveler is in a big old pool of his own blood, and is having some problems with that. So, with that, it is the traveler's turn. I need a death save from you, bud.
What was the nice part about the massive damage? I remember disadvantage on persuasion. I got a success with an 18.
With an 18, great.
Intimidation.
Advantage on intimidation, disadvantage on persuasion.
Persuasion.
It is the dragon's turn again. It is still just in its rampage. I need everyone around to make dexterity saving throws to dodge out of the way. Since no one has dipped.
Carlifer and Yilvik both succeeded.
23.
Okay. You folks just sort of dodge out of the way of these oncoming limbs and various bits. Critical injury, maybe? Lingering injuries? Okay, that's interesting. Have you sent me a Draco Lich? Oh, that's for, like, I see,
Yeah,
for
that's-
harvesting.
Yeah.
I've never played D&D, but hi, Ethan, welcome. No, that's great. That's fine. Hi, Ethan. We are in a critical position. We're fighting a dragon, actually, in Dungeons and
Dragon
Dragons.
skeleton, it sucks.
One of our party members is downed, and it is Carlifer's turn. Our necromancer, house necromancer.
Yeah, so Carlifer's gonna pass a
Thank you
potion
for that
to
shout-out.
Yilvik. Yilvik's gonna run over to the traveler and give him a potion.
I need Yilvik to make a acrobatics check to get into this rib cage.
Oh, he's
Traveler is,
still
like-
in there.
Traveler traveler actually
okay,
went
well
back in.
Then he made his bed. He can lie in it. We're just gonna attack.
I'm in the literal safest spot, except for from my own party.
There's nothing I can do about that now.
Yes.
Carlifer misses. Yilvik misses. Displacer Beast hits with one attack and misses with the other one. Displacer Beast does 5 damage.
So the
Carlifer's-
Displacer Beast attacks and hits with the paw, and the bones begin to rumble. And then they begin to fall off one piece at a time,
Oh,
basically burying the traveler as they fall apart.
It's not gonna hurt him currently.
Traveler, Traveler,
Advantage on my death save.
what it will be is, yeah, I'll give you disadvantage on the death save. That seems a bit more fair than one auto fail for taking that fall damage. So yeah, you'll have disadvantage on your next bit, but it is Rael's turn, so we'll see if you even need that. Making fools of themselves, exactly. Rael, I mean, combat is signified as over. The bone dragon is not
Got him.
like shaking anymore. Your ally is totally buried and bleeding heavily underneath this pile of bones.
Let's see.
Redeeming hard
Actually, I think I will call that an autofill rather than disadvantage, because disadvantage on death save, like, getting advantage and disadvantage on death saves doesn't quite make sense to me, because you're, like, fighting death in this case, but having taken the, like, brunt of all of those bones just falling loosely atop you, I think I'll call one pick of a fail.
I cast Cure Wounds for 7.
Well, I mean, you can't even see, or I mean,
Oh.
touch him. He's buried under these bones.
Okay. What would be helpful here? I
How
know.
long it takes to unbury me.
Why would we even bother unburying him? He's probably dead under there. We can just-
He hasn't re-rolled a character yet.
I'm prepared for this specifically, actually.
Oh,
I knew I'd pick out utility spells and shit.
Bone Digger.
Haora Halflington is going to cast Unseen Servant at level 4. So she's going to create 4 invisible servants they each have a strength of 10, allowing them to accomplish physical labors such as lifting a fallen tree or clearing a hallway blocked with rubble.
Yeah,
They're-
we've
That's
got
fantastic.
two
You're-
They're not good.
For
They can't
unseen-
attack, but they can specifically like move trees and rubble. And I'm like, this is
Yeah.
exactly what I've been waiting for.
You cast your spell, and your unseen servants go to work, unburying your ally. Say your turn, there is you can see the like upper half of the traveler unconscious and still bleeding pretty heavily, making it the traveler's turn.
You just need to survive this one, and I can make you
Yep,
stable.
that's true. Just
and
don't
spare the
critical
dying.
fail this one roll right here.
Oof!
Traveler.
He rolled an 18.
18. All right, that's a success. That's 2 successes, 1 failure. On to Carlifer.
Yeah, me and the boys are gonna. Well, I'm not going to. Carlifer's not going to. The
Y-
boys
if-
are gonna help Dig.
If you don't want to do anything healing wise, I have spare the dying again, so we
Yeah, I can heal,
don't have
I
to
can
worry
heal him,
too
but
much.
Carlifer's just not gonna dig. Carlifer just doesn't do that.
We
Yeah,
has
your boys
people for
Dig
that.
him out for sure.
Yeah, Displacer Beast got a 19 for his digging check.
Yeah, your
And then
boys help dig him out.
Carlifer will give him a potion.
Carford gives him a potion. I love that.
1d4 plus 1 potion.
Okay, 1d4 plus 1, knocked out boy.
Hey, you feel better? There's no dragon anymore. Do you feel better?
Yeah, 2 hit points better.
I think because of the severity of what's going on and the lasting, that's like the effect of the lasting wound. I think we need a medicine check on the traveler to stifle the bleeding, basically. It's a serious wound he's occurred here from
That was
Rael.
my turn, so.
Can I make a medicine check?
On your turn, yeah, Rael is first though.
Yeah, perform surgery on yourself, just like in Tarkov.
Wait, are you awake now?
The traveler is awake. I just am imposing someone to make some form of medicine check to stop the bleeding. He has those like long-term effects, but this was a pretty nasty like gouge.
Just a medicine
That's
check,
a
or can I
+3
straight up
medicine.
cast Cure Wounds, and would that
Cure
cover
wounds
it?
would do it as well. Cure wounds would do it
Okay.
as well.
So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, which is roll 2d8 plus 2. 11 health.
There you go. With that, your skin like
That's
bunches
functional.
together, and almost scabs over. So your whole like side is still real raw and like in the midst of scab, basically, in terms of heal. So like, you know, if you were punched there, it's not like a healed scar. It's like a weak point right now. But you are healed and up. and you folks are in the, you're in the bones of this dragon. In front of you, the castle. And I think with the description given to you by the elder, or by Elder Yoma from Trised, that you know that this is the illusionist castle. It comes with this energy.
We know
Traveler.
that this is the illusionist castle.
Yeah.
How did he
like,
get to the desert?
You're
We did
putting the no, god damn it, the diviner's castle. You traveler, the thing that like sticks out most to you is this, like, the way that it's jammed into the side of this cliff and the way that it's like almost outlined in this energy. It looks to you, having gone through the various realms, like it's not just like sitting in the wall and producing it. It looks like it's sitting on the edge of both of these planes. Like it kind of bridges them.
Okay.
But I think that that's a good place because we've approached it. We've seen it. We've beaten the guard, being the dragon, and you folks sort of stand back to the sandstorm facing the illusionist castle. What you've been looking for. And because, I will say, because chat has been gracious enough to redeem that extra dragon situation today, that you folks may level up.
Whoa!
Oof.
Got him.
Fuck yes, I get Sentinel.
As in
Whatever that
terms
means.
of, that's basically a trade for the Rod of Lordly Might. We've lost a legendary item, but gained a.
And now the fight against Carlifrithian is going to be much harder.
But this is the point. Level 8 is the point I wanted to be at for this final dungeon. Just because of how I've built this boss up, kind of imagining a powerful enemy this whole time. Gets you folks much more prepared. And we'll also say that after all of this, because next time we'll be back, come stumbling fucking out of the sandstorm is George. Kind of runs right into the back of your group.
Hey, does anybody have any gummy werebears?
Exactly. George comes stumbling out of the sandstorm. Maybe I might do a small little like George quest at the start of next time. Everyone is still, of course, welcome to be here for that. But maybe we just do like a bit of like one roll of George catch up just to see what he got into when he was lost. The only problem is that if that leads to his death because he was alone, then I like have to retcon. But yeah, that is, you folks are facing the illusionist's castle, ready to climb the stairs and enter the front door. Possibly, if that's the way you want to enter. It's sort of up to you folks. Next time we'll have like a map in place. We'll be playing on map, so maybe that'll also help our setup, Lily. If maybe we discover that using the Roll20 system might be good for us for next time, because we'll be using maps and
maybe.
stuff.
Could always
We
pop
might
our
be able to
cameras
use
in
the
there
cameras
easy enough.
So we'll come back a few minutes before next time and try to get all that sorted so that none of these problems persist. I'll try to figure out the problems with my mic. You folks that noticed mic problems tonight, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, is sometime throughout this week, if you could just pop in for like 30 minutes at some point to a stream and tell me if that's still going off, if that's still, like, does that happen every single day? Does that happen every stream? Is that like a mic problem, or is that like maybe our software issues and that's why you're always hearing it, or whatever? Just, let me know. Do a little bit of market research with me. Let's see if we can find the problem with these mic spikes. Thank you so much, Dakota, for hanging out this whole time. It was great having you. We got final dungeon next time, and then some wrap up for our campaign, folks. We've been doing this campaign for a few months now. I'm very excited to do some final countdown shit.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
All right. Much love, folks. I will see you next week.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Been good. Bye.
As to everyone else, I want to thank you.
Where the hell is my Discord? Alright, well, that's all I've got for tonight. It has been a blast. I hope you enjoyed Tuesday night D&D. We will be back with more D&D on Friday. Hopefully some gaming on Saturday. I think yeah. I'm pretty sure we're gaming this Saturday. But definitely D&D on Friday, and of course, back to this again next Tuesday. Our Friday group is a little more chaotic, but they're both very good, very funny groups. If you enjoyed yourself tonight, I highly recommend tuning in and giving us a watch. Let's see who we can read out to. Ooh, Taupe Bear is live. Of course he is. Of course we're gonna raid Taupe. Taupe's the fucking bomb. Taupe's my fucking boy. Let's go. You'll have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again.